Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Aaron Davies YouTube channel. Welcome back to more FC26 Newcastle United career modes. The game has just had an update, and I've accidentally went off the screen of what they've said they've actually updated. So I wonder if anything's changed in career mode. I highly doubt it. Yeah, that's part of the reason the stream was late. I was also having tea. But yeah, the update took like fucking 10 minutes. Annoyingly. If I go back to the menu, will it show us? We'll see. But anyway, how are we all doing? It is a Thursday now, sadly not Friday. Got another fucking day of work to go. Incredible. Can't wait. I'm just so excited for it. I think news. Here we go. Can I just press on news? And then something happens. Nope, this is just Ultimate Team. How the fuck do I get on the news? How we doing? We got Manish, Lennon, Richie's in here. How we doing, pal? Aiden's in here as well. Lovely to see you back in the chat. One of the moderators on the channel. I was going to say the best, but others may kick off. You never know. I haven't got a favourite. Of course not. Now, it says FC News, but then I don't know. I don't know. They've updated something within the game, and it just there's no actual way of seeing after I've clicked off the screen, so that's great. Class. But anyway, we're gonna get straight into it today. If we go on to this, another little complaint. It's just something very small, but the menu for loading into career mode is just weird. You've got to like go along to original, swipe along one, then press, then it pulls up your previous save. If you want to go on to a different save, you've then got to press more buttons just to get onto them. It seems like it's just a bit too much. I feel like it should just be there, and I press on it, and I'm on. I mean, I'm not complaining about the time it takes, I'm just complaining that it's a bit tedious. It's a bit like, it should be a bit more easily accessible. Because I remember the very first time I come back, so the day after the game come out, after my first stream, I honestly thought I didn't save the game, and the save just wasn't there. So I was like, oh shit. You just have to go digging for it. I know that now, obviously, but yeah, just a little bit of a thing that I feel like could be changed, but after a month of the game being out, I don't think it will be changed. We've got Stance in here. How we doing, fella? Let's have a look at the league table, shall we? Obviously, not many games into this season yet, but we are unbeaten, and that's a great thing. Can I get Luis Suarez from Sporting? Can't say I've heard of a Luis Suarez from Sporting, but we'll give it a look. Bellardi. It's not a bad shout, but I just don't think he would fit into the team. I think Alanga and Gordon are better, and I've got Goulart attacking midfield, so he wouldn't even really fit in there. Ben, hello mate, how we doing? So yeah, we're currently not doing too bad. First 5 games of the season out of the way. United have only won 1. Maybe Zamarin wasn't the problem there. And there's still... I don't know how Bournemouth are doing so bad. Their team on paper is pretty solid. So I don't know how they're doing badly. But today, what we got... oh yeah, yesterday we got knocked out the Carabao Cup on penalties to Arsenal. Which wasn't ideal. They got revenge after we beat them on penalties in the Community Shield. We've got Leicester, then Inter Milan in the Champions League, the team that knocked us out last season in the semis. We've got newly promoted Coventry. It's going to be my first time playing against them. You got Wolves, Celtic. I'm looking forward to that one. Manchester United. You've got Manchester City in there as well. Both Manchester teams off the belt a week after each other. Not bad. Not too many challenging games, but you never know what is a challenging game nowadays. Ipswich gave me a good game yesterday. They always do for some reason in this career mode. It's like my bogey team. Still has not a terrible shout, but the issue there is my midfield is way too stacked. If this guy's not... I was going to say if he's not 85 plus, but he is 86 overall. Doesn't seem too bad. Fucking nose on him, like. Bloody hell. Crikey. Could smell the ball from a mile away, he could. We've got Dominic in here, since Celtic are 2-0 up. Couldn't even tell you who they're playing today. I forgot the football was on, actually. Change your formation in FPL. I'm captaining Haaland. I'm very tempted to change it. I have put Semenyo in my team, but I'm sticking with Haaland. I feel like it's a big risk if I don't captain Haaland. So, 1.95 million. Best believe I'm adding that to my budget. Hold on. Best believe I am. That's actually going to put us spotty dog on 200 million. Yeah, I've captained Haaland. I don't want to risk not captaining him. I know Villa away is going to be a challenging game, but you just, the form that guy's in, you just can't not captain him. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully the rest of my team's good enough anyway. I've also took a minus 16 point deduction, so I kind of need a big game from someone to make up for that. If the app wouldn't be so fucking delayed, here we go. So, I mean, looking at my team, I took Salah as well. The only players I'd debate captaining are João Pedro, Semenyo, Haaland. I probably wouldn't captain Voldemort. I do feel like he will score, but I feel like just risking just that one goal's meh. João Pedro, I know he's been a bit off, but Sunderland at home, kind of expect him to do something there. Semenyo's obviously in great form, but yet again, Forest at home. It'll be Dyche's second game in charge, technically his first Prem game. So, I don't know. I'll stick with Haaland. City are better at home. They are better at home, yeah, but you know what Haaland's like. He's one of the best goal scorers we've seen in the Premier League, so. And he's probably scored at Aston Villa away in his career already. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, welcome everyone. We're now ready to start taking questions.
Fuck, that was risky. I dropped this can of Coke outside. That was very risky opening that, but it didn't fizz. Anyway, daily can of Coke, 0, because why not? It's just unbelievable. And we are fueled, ready to go in our first game today. Leicester, they're in 11th. That's not a bad start to the season for them. 1 win, 3 draws, only 1 loss. Okay then, 1 loss and 5. Could be a challenging game for Scalvini's a bit tired. So is Jelch, to be fair. Could this be Sandar's debut? I think it's calling for it, mind you. I think it is. Sandar is coming in for his debut game for the club. 19-year-old. He's been out on loan for like 2 seasons. I think last season... first season it was Brighton. Second season, maybe Southampton. Could be wrong there. Finally updated photos of the players, it looks like. Are they? Oh, shit. Oh, fucking hell, yeah, they have. Slightly. Have they? They have for Alanga. Gordon, I'm pretty sure, yeah, his head didn't look like that. Gula, no. Tonali, I think they have. Bruno, yes. Chow, no. Hall? I don't know. Bradley, they have. Well, that was took. Well, he's still at Liverpool in real life, what am I on about? So now he's got a new one. Diouf, no. Cobby's got a new one. That is definitely a new Joe Linton one, has to be. Vissar, it looks new, but that's still a Brentford shirt. Ramsey, no. George, yes. I even think Castellas has a new one. Miley. Fucking hell, yeah, they have. Not every single player here, but the majority of them. But the thing is, you can update the picture all you want, but if you haven't updated the game face, then... I mean, I feel like it kind of defeats the point. Like, I care less about the actual picture here than I do the fucking game face. So they need to pull the fingers out their arse and do the game faces for once. That would be nice. Right, I think Gordon could come out here as well. I'm going to do it. Harry George debut as well, why not? I feel like I need a better winger option. Visser's going to drop out because he's slightly tired. Could go with Dembele in. Dembele in for Juve. I'm going to risk not running 2 fullbacks. 7 PM and 10... Wait, it can't be. Can't be 7 PM. Go on... Oh, wait, I didn't read your previous comment. Sorry, I'm miles away. Going to Tenerife tomorrow, 2:30, wake up. That's fucking rough, that is. You know what I would do, though? I just wouldn't go to sleep. I wouldn't go to sleep, because then you should be able to sleep on the plane. I say you should be. I've, like, once slept on a plane, and it was horrendous. It was a fucking horrible experience. Because when I woke up, I was panicking because I forgot that I was on a plane. Right, that's the team we're going in with. Sandar and Tyreek George debuts. Also, Tyreek George scored last night for Chelsea. That's not even the reason that I signed him. He's been on my shortlist for ages and he's done very well out at Juve. So let's go then. Let's see if that actually may have done some playoff aces. There's definitely players that need updates. I doubt they have though. But the picture means nothing. Yeah, it's good. I mean, it should have been done for the game coming out, really. So yeah, it's good they've done that, but then if you haven't done the playoff aces, it kind of defeats the point. Because I'm not that arsed about the picture, to be honest. But we'll see. We'll see what the crack is there. I'll be able to tell straight away when I see Gordon. See, the guy's changed. He's a changed man. Fox has never quit. Lies. Lies and deceit. I think you just do. Is that... That player face looks familiar. I feel like I've had him in a career mode before, whoever he is. Can't tell who it is. Player to watch, Tyreek George. I know it's his debut, but I wouldn't really say he's a player to watch. Yes, I was going to say Tyrese Campbell there. El Canusa's still there. Fatalu's still there. Bloody hell, the team's basically not changed. Rob Dickey. I swear Newcastle were after him years ago. The team's basically not changed at all. I'm very, very surprised they've stayed in the Premier League. Right, let's see what we can do here then. Leicester, we usually in real life do pretty well here. I think our history against Leicester's decent. I know when Vardy was in his stint, we played like shite against Leicester every game, but so the few years after that we started getting one up on them a lot. I think most recently we beat them like 5-0 or some shit, or 5-1 at the King Power. I think like Callum Wilson, Joe Willock on the score sheet maybe a few years ago. Cannot remember what I've done this morning, chat, so I can't really remember that game very well, but yeah, go on. Straight down to him. Tyreek George flying onto the ball. Kind of sad that I got knocked out of the Carabao Cup, because my next like proper good little cup tie is going to be the FA Cup, and that's in January. That's a while away, that. Hell, rough game in the midfield, yeah. That player stayed down. Took him a while to get up there. Took him a while to get up. Still got Christiansen at left back. The team's based. The only change here, I feel like, is Tyrese Campbell up top. Verbruggen, fuck me. Nick Pope 2.0 with a punching. Yeah, again, we're sitting behind the ball a lot here. This is not usually how we play. Definitely not how we play a lot of the time. Easy interception there from Bruno. Alanga's going to play it over the top. I cannot have the ball for longer than fucking 2 seconds here. What's going on? Honestly, this is how we were playing against Ipswich yesterday. This is back-to-back games. This is happening now. Well then, George. Tonali keeps it in. How's the Alvarez guy been? Hello, Lee. He's not been too bad in the games I've played him, to be fair. He's not been bad. been coming off the bench. I think he made one start in the cup against Arsenal. George out to Ramsey. Ramsey, first time shot, Alanga off the woodwork. That been to the keeper's hands, yes. Lovely pass from Ramsey there. That wasn't bad. George winning that ball back with a header. Lovely find there from Tonali. Sandar's first touches in his professional debut. For Newcastle, I should say. Not his football professional debut, what am I on about? He's had 2 years of professional football out on loan. His debut for Newcastle. Tonali. Rough. Forest are up 2-0 against Porto. Fucking hell. Difference a manager I can make, eh? Love that, Bruno. That's through to Voldemort, is he? Oh! He isn't saved. He scores the follow-up. 32 minutes on the clock. Voldemort on the score sheet again. It's 3-6 now in the league. Our Season 1 and Season 2 player of the season. I can't remember if we've ever on the channel had a player to win back-to-back player of the seasons. I can't remember if we have. If we haven't, Voldemort has the first player to do that. And the way he's going this season, it could be happening again. Season 3 player of the season. No other player might actually get a chance to win the gold and black boots. Alanga. Lovely footwork there to keep the ball going. Ramsey, you need to get away from us here and get yourself into some space. You're running with us. It's not ideal. Tonali, George. Hefty touch. Do I like Bob Verbruggen? All I'm going to say is I miss Nick Pope. I'm not going to talk down on Verbruggen, but I do miss Nick Pope. City up against Liverpool. 1-0, Reindeers. It's a nice pass there, George. Come on. I thought it would have been a bit faster on this. It's not a bad find though. He's got it into Voldemort. He's going to open up. He's hit the woodwork. Alanga on the follow-up. It's in. Terrible defending again from Leicester. 2-0. Anthony Alanga. Gorgeous finish right there. That should do it. That very nearly went in. And the follow-up does. It won't go down as a Tariq George assist, but he was a big part in that build-up there. Chelsea's the best Newcastle player on FIFA. I would definitely say he's very good. I think the best actual player is probably Bruno, you know. Well, for me at least. I'd say the best all-round player on the team is Bruno. Definitely the best centre-back I've got is Chow. Definitely, then bomb. But Chow is very good. Very good. I advise you, for other career modes, sign Chow if you want. Great centre-back. I think he should be decently cheap. I swear he's only valued at like 30 million. It's not much. Not much for the player you're getting in return for the price. Nice pass there from George. Ramsey. Alanga lays it off. Bruno. Trying to slide one across the floor there. Oof, that's risky. Great aerial win from Sandai. Looks comfortable at the back. That's what them loans are there for. George slides one through to Lewis Hall. Chowdhury's took us. Fucking kegs you out, Dan. Come on, Sander. Love that from you. What a debut he's having. Plays it through with George. He's going to have to cut it back there. That is terrible, mate. Just get it in. It's in! And Bruno's on the end of it. Bruno's there. It's an assist on his debut for Tariq George. You'll love to see it. You fucking love to see it. He's still at it, Bruno. The entire episode, if you look back at the title, was based on Bruno yesterday. And he's back at it again. Look at that. Beautiful diving header. Just like the one he scored against Leicester in real life at St. James's. Lovely stuff right there. Tariq George, debut assist. You'll love to see it. If I didn't, Richie. Every time I see Chowdhury, I'm like, bloody hell, we could have signed you. But we're interested in him. On that Steve Bruce. And I swear, like, when the takeover very first happened, it's crazy how... what difference time makes. And money. Well, we're playing very comfortably. It took me a while to get to the back of the net, like. But we look comfortable now. Bruno slides one through to Alanga. Alanga digs one! George nearly won it. Bruno brings that one down. Ramsey. Tenali. Back through to Ramsey. Ah, the footwork was good there. A little bit loose, but I've seen worse. Well, in Tenali, fucking what a player, man. What a player. This is better. This is how we usually play. All lovely footwork again. He continues his run. Ramsey back to him. Hall digs one out to Baltimore. Great save. Great save. Could have ended Richie's career. And that would have been very shameful, to be honest, to see. I like Richie. He was a good servant for the club, he was. Alright, we're going to go with... I'm going to put Cobby in there. There's not really a need in bringing Gula on, is there? And Kostoulas, we're going to make him have his debut as well. And then I'm going to go in with Zanotti for Bradley. Yep, everyone getting the debuts today. Sander, George, Kostoulas is going to come on late in. Not expecting anything from him. It would be nice for him to score. Definitely don't expect it though. Wait for his first full start for that. I'll do Bradley. Yeah, we'll go then. Great performance from him again. And Kostoulas coming on. He's got a red band. That's going to have to change, son. Can't be having red. That's going to have to change. It's nice to see that he's actually got a game face as well. Let's see how we'll do. If the changes. Probably Menu playing in his favoured attacking midfield. I think he does very well playing in attacking midfield. There's a goal. And this is what I mean with Verbruggen. I'm just not struck on him, to be honest. I ain't struck on the guy. I mean, yeah, defensively it was a bit lacklustre there, but I feel like the keeper should be on his toes, ready for the ball to come in. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's given time. Meno, very nice pass. George with a nice ball to Alanga. Alanga cuts it back. Kostoulas now. That's a great turn. He got the shot off. Very nearly. Went in. Final change. We'll do Scalvini for Sander. Why not? Great debut though. Looked very comfortable in the back line. Good stuff. Great to see. I'm pleased. Maybe he's actually got a youth prospect here who's going to become something at least. In case... Yeah, we might need to. The thing is, I think Trafford's just signed for like Galatasaray or something in this. So if that does happen, we're going to have to still spend a full season with Verbruggen either way, really. Unless he is disastrous. Nice ball. Come on. Great win, Tenali. That should be Bruno's, that. Zanotti keeps it down anyway. Bruno slides it through. Great ball. George! Save! Kostoulas is there! And he does have a goal on his debut. I mean, it's a very, it's a petty one, like, but a debut goal's a debut goal. George has been class. Should have had a goal in assist himself. The goalkeeper's had a howler. Absolute howler. Lovely pass from Tenali, that. I mean, that's a good stop there, but you should just be catching that. Or at least putting it further away from you. But the new number 11, getting the debut goal, he's basically just come on the pitch as well. Jacob, welcome on. Hello, hello, hello. How do we do? I've just been megged. He's quite fast, this Kostoulas. He's speedy. Speedy McGee. Great interception from Meno. That does not matter though. 4-1 win over Leicester. That will do. No clean sheet, sadly. Again. I'm not too worried. But really, we're conceding easy goals. It's not as if like they're very well worked. It's just... Sorry. I don't quite know what to say here. He's ended up winning man of the match. Personally, for me, Bruno or Tyreek George man of the match. Gave it to Costello, I suppose, debut goal, but strange. Verbruggen with a 6. Not ideal, is it? The only shot he faced couldn't keep out the net.
Just a couple of questions for you.
You did say that, Ian, to be fair. I think Hugh might have also said that as well. You know how good he is against us. I've always been banging on about it. And he's just fucking... I don't know, he's just...
Thanks very much.
I'm slightly worried he might not make it, and we pumped a lot of money into getting him, like 39 million or something. It was quite a lot at the time. Palace lost. I need to check all the scores, hold on. Palace lost. The fuck? Damn, Rangers lost as well. Villa lost. Guessand scored. Bloody hell. Shock loss for Villa, that. Roma lost. Quite a few shocks, yeah. Lille lost. Fuck me. 2 penalties from Forest, really. And then a goal disallowed for Bodo. Who did Palace even play? AEK. One they lost at home as well. That's not ideal, is it? Full starting lineup as well. Christ. Didn't expect that. Did not expect Villa to lose either. Right. Inter Milan time. The team that knocked us out of the Champions League in the semi-finals last season will get to play again. Let's hopefully try and get revenge here.
Thanks, guys. We can get going now, yeah?
I bloody well hope. Would be nice. I think we will start with Kula this game. Guys fucking missed the Champions League. Same with Vissa, but he ain't going to start this one. Right. Inter. Valdemar's an 86 now. Guy's only 25 as well. Look at that front line, man. Okay, now what do you even do against it? Yeah, George will need a rest. Vissal's went up without even playing. Oh, that works. I think we'll go Zanotti right back. And that's going to be my only change to the starting team there. Zanotti in at right back. Fuck me. They could at least give them a third shirt. That home one's horrendous. Absolutely awful. I do know about that Greek goalkeeper. Could be worth looking into him. We're going to give Verbruggen a chance, but he's played like... Let's see, 8 or 9 games now, and I think he's kept like 1 clean sheet, and it was because the team didn't even have a shot on target. It's literally like, if a team has a shot on target, it's pretty much guaranteed to go in. Not ideal. Football Manager 26 is a banger. I've heard pretty good things about it. There is also complaints about how the game looks there. Graphic-wise and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of that. See if we can get revenge here, right? Make a run. Cool that. Opens up for the opportunity. Good save from Romero. That guy played absolutely out of this world against me last season. Look at this from Gordon, though. Lovely ball roll there as well. Gordon! Drags it. Pope assist, by the way, it was class on it. Don't even know if he meant it. To me, it looks like he like fucks it up, but it ends up working out anyway. Obviously, he's not going to admit that, is he? Nice ball, that. Gula. Oh my god. Still going. Zanotti. Little dink. Gula. Ah, who's there? Barella's lucky he got a foot in. Scalvini's there to cover. Zanotti to Bruno. Bruno slices it down to Alanga. Alanga trying to play it into the box. Bruno. God, Romero's a good goalkeeper. He's an absolute bastard to try and get the ball past. You just can't. You just can't. Hall, love it. Love it from Hall. Oh yeah, Paqueta. Is he there? Number 8, I think. Sold him for 37 million to Inter Milan. Yeah, there he is, number 8. Surprised they gave him the 8, like. Love that from Lewis Hall. Continue it. Ah, continue your run, you bastard. See? Could have been away there. Scalvini. Not yours, apparently. Tonali, though. Russian back, help him out there. Nice ball out from Verbruggen. Zanotti. Oh, that's a gorgeous pass right there. He has Alanga now. Ball down to Voldemort there. He's got Bastoni up against, though. Zanotti. That is a shot, by the way. Jesus Christ. That was indeed a shot. But if you use wingers, why not get a bulky attacking midfielder? So I've got a bulky striker. You don't really need a bulky attacking midfielder, do you? I mean, it would probably help, but I do have a 6'7" striker to play the ball into. But Gula's very good technically, and that's what we needed, because when I was playing Joe Linton there, all three midfielders were kind of the same. Bruno, Tonali, Joe Linton kind of feel the same. Kind of all do the same things. I needed a proper, like, attack-minded midfielder. And we've definitely got one. Lovely ball from Alanga. Voltamora's in behind. Few touches the shot, and it's a good save again. This fucking goalkeeper, man. You just kind of get out past him. What are you actually meant to do? Oh, I fucked that up, didn't I? Oh, it's one straight through. Go on. Close him down, put the pressure on. See? Love it. Alanga. He's going to... Oh, I thought he was going to lose it again. Bruno, look at the space Tonali's got here. Takes it on himself. This goalkeeper's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Gordon. Half time. 0-0. Got Hugh in here. How we doing? How we doing? Bulky attack midfielder shouldn't exist. Techie bowler should be attack midfielders, yeah. I feel like that's right. I mean, it depends on your team setup as well at the end of the day. I get where you're coming from, but when I've got this fucking massive guy, I mean, he's 6'6". I thought he was 6'7". He's 6'6". You don't necessarily need a big bulky midfielder. Although my team up front is very small, in all fairness. I didn't know Tonali was only 5'11". I say it only, I swear that's literally like average height for a male. But how is Bruno taller? How's Bruno 6'4"? You would never think Bruno's 6 foot. It just never really comes across your mind. Hall, gorgeous ball that. There's Gordon. Oh my god. Pavard just comes straight at us there. I thought he was going to sag off a little bit. He just comes straight for us. He's all red. One he is. Scalvini, it's yours. Bruno, ball over. Kula, great touchdown that. Zanotti. Bit of an awkward one that, wasn't it? Xiao, you've got to win the ball there. He does. Lovely tackle. Carter seems to be doing alright. Seems to be comfortable. Love it, Bruno. Battling for the ball. What you need. Tonali, that's yours. Go on. Fucking shove me the fucking way. I saw him put his arm out there, little prick. Charles went flying in there. Not the best timing. Cancelo onside there. Hall puts a foot in, couldn't do anything. Martinez now. A bit all over the place. We're really all over the place here. Could sense it coming from a mile off there. See Gula. Just went to Alanga instead. Gula, ball down to Baltimore. That's absolutely unreal. He's knocked it past Bastoni, and it's wide again. Fuck! That's 2 shots I've dragged wide. Right, 65-minute mark. He is going to end up making way, sorry. We're also going to go Alvarez in for Gordon and Bradley Fozanoi. 3 subs here on the 65-minute mark. Oh yeah, I've actually just realised that, Hugh, now you've pointed that out. I was going to say, I swear Aiden's name looks different than it usually does. I didn't say it, but I was thinking it in my head. Bad change from YouTube, I think that is. Bad change. Can you change your handle? Because, like, what if you don't like the way it looks, or you don't like the name of it? Is there a way you can change your handle? If you can't, I think that's a terrible change. Just something that, like, wasn't broken. Like, the whole saying of, if it's not broke, don't fix it, really comes into play there. You just don't need to do that. Like, they just didn't need to change it, but they fucking did. Great ball. But the thing is with YouTube, when there's no competitor out there, they can do whatever the fuck they want, because people are still going to use it, aren't they? That's the annoying thing. It's sort of like the situation with FIFA. There's not a competitor out there, so FIFA can do whatever they want, and people will still buy the game, most likely. They will still buy it. That's probably my final changes there. We're going to go Joe Linton and Kobe Mainu in. Tonali and Gula. I think it's limited to every, like, 60 days or something. I suppose that's not terrible. At least you can change it. Alvarez out of Bruno. Oh, fuck. Well, that's good. That's her. Fucking pisses me off how not all my players are up here. There's 8 minutes left, and we're just sitting behind everything. Get yourselves up. There's no way for me to dictate that either. I can't control all the fucking players. Well, at once, at least. Joe Linton, shite, mate. Absolutely shite. Yours all. Not bad. Last chance. Alvarez running with it. Oh my god. So well there as well. Joe Linton. Back to Alvarez. Alvarez dinks it. Ah. Joe Linton wins the header. Hall swipes it back in. Centre backs are too tall. That'll do it. No, it won't. I think we've still got a chance here. Alanga. Fucking hell, man. Normal pass, innit? 0-0 with Inter Milan, yeah. Oh, hard done by again, eh? Hard done by again. 1 attempt from Inter Milan. I mean, defensively, we are sound. It's just when they break that defence, they always fucking score because Verbruggen must lube up his gloves or something before the game because he can't catch shit. Kochi would be good in this team. You know what it is? I signed him last FIFA for Newcastle. Which means that I'm not going to do it again, but he is a very good player, yes. I'd done it last FIFA and he was incredible in the midfield. Great player. Right, we'll take it 0-0. It's a point. Got Coventry, Wolves, Celtic, United. I mean, Coventry, Wolves has to be 6 points. Has to be. I hate being subbed off at the best of times. I don't know if he's been straight up. I mean, the real reason was, yeah, just to try and keep me fit, but yeah, it's good. I like that a player's come and said that. It shows he's got confidence. I like that, especially from someone like Gordon. I would probably take the Netherlands job if it wasn't the fucking women's team. Nothing against women's football, it's just like, why would I go and manage you? Right, loan to buy out there as well. Nice. We'll actually start selling some of these. We're going to need it. Make room in the team. Keep out for corners used to be a feature. Yeah, it isn't. Like you say, it's just one of them things that wasn't broke, so there was no need to change anything about it. So now he's got an Italy call. I don't know if he would have had one before he joined us. Or if it's because he's here. Coventry in at 18th, yeah. Kind of expected, isn't it? It's a shame, but it's expected. No wins. I mean, 4 draws in 6 is not bad. They're at least picking up something, aren't they? That's not bad at all. Right, this game. I think I'll stay with Costulas. But I'm going to go with Miley or Regula in the midfield above. Tarek George starting. Gordon's going to drop into the bench. I'm going to start Sander as well. Played very well against Leicester. Zanoti's only had under 21 call-ups. So it is us getting him into the team. You love to see it, don't you? Yeah, fucking love to see it. Costulas needs to be there, doesn't he? Put him on the bench. Kind of want to put Dembele in. But I'm not going to. If I do sub Gordon in, it'll be on the left. If I sub Alvarez in, I'll put him on the right unless Gordon isn't being put in. Yeah, we could go with the youth. So a few little changes in there. I'm going to give Verbruggen this game. If he does concede against Coventry, unless it is just a stupid like defensive fault, I'm going to honestly try putting Benitez in net the next game against Wolves and just see how it goes. But if Verbruggen performs well here, or if Coventry just don't shoot, then there's not really a need to take him out. But with a slightly weaker team put out, I think Coventry might do alright here. So we'll see. We'll see. See what we can do. I just wish I started this save, or I just wish EA had in the game to start with more spaces on the bench, because very limited to who I can bring. I want Dembele and Zanotti on the bench, but I just can't fit them in the bench this game, which is frustrating. But hey ho, the next career mode will have enough spaces. Denying this brilliant career mode, I can't experience that, sadly. Very annoying. The youth's first game in a while, I believe. Lovely from George there, lovely footwork. He has all I do that. Miley. Lovely pass there. Voldemort, not too far. Still got a Langan Voldemort up there. They should be abusing this defence. There we go. Lovely pressure straight away. Chow, beautiful win. Gula bringing it down. Bruno. Miley with a very nice pass into Voldemar's feet. Needs help there, though. Miley, I see it. Ah, should be heading right over the keeper. The keeper expected that, though, didn't he? You can tell. He expected that to happen. Fair enough. Very good goalkeeping. A lot of keepers would just come, like, flying out there, all eyes on the ball, but he knows what Voldemar does like. Easy for Chow, that. Bradley. Bruno slices one through. Odagula flying through. Tarek George, good save! Oh, we nearly got there. George is playing so well. Played well against Leicester. He's had a good start here. That's a great win, that. Bruno. Alanga. George! What a save again. Fuck me, they got a net. Who the bloody watching be like 69 overall? Like, what were the Deeks? Matt Grimes still playing, fuck me. Ah! That was unexpected. 85 overall. How you just got a team like this, then an 85 overall goalkeeper? Bloody hell, no wonder. No wonder. No Gordon for the corners this time. It's a Langa. Might put Gula on them, actually. Oh, they got Daramy as well. I swear I just didn't scroll past him on that list of players. Had him at Swansea career mode last year. Miley. Cool. Very cool. Sign him up, we might need to if Verbruggen keeps up with his antics. That might be the reason they've drawn 4 out of their 6, because they've got like a really good goalkeeper. Could genuinely be a reason. Mate, a goalkeeper makes a big difference. A very big difference. I do really miss Nick Pope. It's a good ball out. Bradley's got to get back. Interesting ball. There's Tarek George. Got a lot of space to work with. This fucking defender always catches up. Decent ball, that. Win from Miley. Miley. Gorgeous ball to Bruno. Bruno. Deflections everywhere. Sandar losing an aerial Haji Wright's not ideal. Miley over the top to Voldemar. Ash should be bringing that down. He does. He's going to play one into the box himself. Ooh, that's never going to win that, is he? Ah, come on. Ciao, all yours. Love it. Don't know what's happened there. I don't know how I've retained that. Oragula, that's a gorgeous ball. Stick your foot out or something. I'll do Bradley. Lovely recovery there. Bruno down at Walanga. Lovely pass. Alanga to Oragula. He's going to take it on the finesse. Good stop again. I'm not going to fucking score past him, am I? Bloody hell. What a goalkeeper. Ball that. To Oragula. Ah, bastard. It's going to be 0-0 at the half. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another draw here. That goalkeeper's really saving them a lot. I'm not trying to talk down on their outfield players, but... Right. I don't even know who I could bring off the bench here to change this. Because I've already got a Langer. I suppose Gordon, maybe. George hasn't been bad, though. So maybe it's Gordon on the right. Love it! Them years out at Juve definitely helped them. He was already decent at Chelsea. Fucking hell, I've come out all guns blazing. Yeah, Sander winning that though. Oh, I could have played him in there as well. Fucking hell, I just got abused there, ref. Love it, Bruno. Crunch and tackle. Oh, Langa, fuck off, man. Away. And again, Bruno. That'll do. Goulat smashes it. Free kick. How is that not a free kick? Great win from Miley there. Do you think? Nice ball from Miley into order. Goulat out. Ah, come on! K&L. I think the players just need to kick up the arse. Get them into fucking action. Right. We're going to go Gordon in for Langa. So he's going out on the right. Sandro Tonali for Goulat. Miley's going to go attack midfield. Actually, I'm going to keep Goulat on. Take Miley off. Go Lewis Hall as well, left back. 3 changes. Well in, Chow. Oh, Bradley. It's poor from you. Sander, lovely header out. Quality stuff. He's just going to get better with time. Tarek George. Fuck me. Oh, dude, get the subs on. Right, so we've got Tonali, Gordon, and Lewis Hall coming in. 3 big names. Hopefully going to make a difference here. Hall already winning the ball there. Here's Tonali. Tonali. Voldemort are into Goulat. Goulat. George. George! Good defending. Good defending. Going on for the crosses now. It's not bad. Chow! There it is! Instant impact from the subs. Malik Chow with his first goal of the season. You'll love to say it. Instant impact from the substitutes. And this is why I'm the greatest manager to ever brace career mode. I can do stuff like that. I know Hugh's probably going to pipe up now if he's in the chat. Is it not? He's been back. I also think that as well. I agree. Righty. He's pumped up after that as well. PNCR had you right off. Sims coming in. 1-0. We got there in the end. Took nearly 70 minutes. Very good build up to that. Winning the corner. And then the beautiful cross from Gordon. Instant impact from the substitute. But yeah, I do agree about Zanotti being better than Bradley. I absolutely do agree. Still like Bradley, but this season, no. Goulat. Piss poor from you. Just won the ball back though, in all fairness. Here's Gordon now. Oh, he's fucking had his life there. Gordon. Goulat! Oh, that wasn't even meant to be for him, it was meant to be for Voldemort. Final changes. I'm going to go Alvarez for George. Good performance again from him. Kobe Mainoo's going to go in, and they are the final 2 subs. Tarek George, brilliant game. Shot out himself, a few goals, a few assists again. Don't get us wrong, the 2 games he has played have been Leicester and Coventry, but it's besides the point. We need the minutes, we need to get the players confident. It's the same with Sander, look at that, winning another aerial. Alvarez, heavy touch. What the fuck? I didn't even press square there. He's just done that himself. He's going to get booked now. I swear to God, I didn't even press it there. Fucking hell. He's just done that himself. Lost his rag already. Yeah, he's getting booked. Yeah, what a great yellow card that is. Didn't even press the button. Is there such thing as like fucking button drift or sticky button or whatever you would call it? So I did not press square there. No appearance from Kostoulas. Not the end of the world, though. Made it to the bench. Sims, header. Easy enough for Verbruggen. First shot he's faced. Still made it look quite awkward, like. Nice pass from Gordon to Cobby. Can he get that off? Close, but no. Right, 1-0 win over Coventry then. A bit of a different game from the Leicester game, definitely. But not the end of the world. 3 points is 3 points. We're still unbeaten. Coventry, I'll give it to them. I mean, they're not the best side out there. Their goalkeeper is massively carrying them, definitely. Gordon wins man of the match. Fair enough. Gula with a 7.9. Yeah. Yeah, this fucker right here. How many saves? He had 5 saves and only gave him a 7.2. He was definitely better than that. I cheated and signed a player, so on, so forth. Mokia. I've already got him in the team. He's out on loan at the minute. Out on loan to Nottingham Forest. I hope he is getting played. I might need to double check that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so far, this season at least, I've been happier with Zanotti than Bradley, so I think against Wolves we'll put Zanotti back in there. Let's go ahead and check on Mokia. See how he's doing. How long for Botman? Fucking hell, come on. 11 days. And then it's still a while until he can actually play in the team, sadly. Archie Gray's getting played, which is nice. Mokio has not been played yet. Not even in the cup. Not ideal. God, can these players just fucking settle, please? Yes, hole number 3. What about that? I was meant to do that yesterday, wasn't I? I'm not going to change Verbruggen to 1. Where the fuck's Connor Bradley? Change you with the 22 then. Go on then. What's Sanderson? Oh, he's already won the new contract, mate. You've had 2 fucking games. So that's the same like Rio and Dowman and stuff like that. Fair enough. No worry, keep him happy if we can. Ah, to be fair, he's on 1 year and 8 months left. Hopefully, fingers crossed, new long-term deal. Please sign a long-term deal. I beg. We need players long-term, man. 4 years? Out there, man. I'll do. I'll do 35. 20 appearances, 800k. Gosh, we'll get 20 appearances in 4 years. I would presume, unless we're selling. He's on 35. Big upgrade compared to the other youth players. Yeah, we re-signed Gordon yesterday as well. Had to give him 250k a week, which was a huge increase from what he was previously on. I do think Joe Linton, that's sort of like coming at the end for him, I believe. 31. By the time the contract runs out, he could be like 33, 34. He's on 140 grand a week. Not playing too much football. Yeah. I think it's potentially time for Julian. Not leave right now, but we need to start thinking about moving him on, I think. I believe. Verbruggen's got 4 clean sheets for 3 in the Prem and 7. That doesn't even sound that bad. Compared to last season with Pope, though, that is pretty bad. I don't think we conceded until like the 11th game of the season. Something daft like that. Add the Coventry keeper to the shortlist. I should do that. Oh, more money into the bank. Couldn't even tell you where that team's from. Kabul. Where's that? Turkey. Plus So, lovely stuff. Lovely. We're actually getting sales done. Nice. Sander, love your son. He's played very well in the first 2 games that he's played in. So I can't really complain about that. Kimmich is still in 89. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Check Trafford. Trafford has just went to a new team. But we'll see what rating that he is. Yeah, he's a Torino now. 81. 24. How am I going to find this Coventry goalkeeper? Just have to do it a long way. I suppose. There he is. Hugo Hedlund. Does not look too bad. Did very well against us. I wonder if they've signed him. Or he actually has come up through their academy. If he's come up through the academy, fair enough. I presume he has, because surely you would have sort of made the rest of your team good before you saw your goalkeeper, but maybe they're doing it in like a reverse order or something. Yo, that one was shite, wasn't it? And this is the last one of the finding the youth goalkeepers. Better. Love it. We've got loads of keepers to choose from now. I should put him straight out. We'll wait a bit, though. International break now as well, which is nice. Get the players a bit of rest, because we've got some big games coming up. Ozzy Clayton wants a new contract, mate. I'm fucking looking to sell you, so I'm not going to do that, am I? I will start releasing a lot of them. I just need to calculate how much that's going to cost. I mean, it shouldn't be too much, but it all adds up. Do you remember when you could only release 2 players a season on FIFA? That was mental. Currently top of the league as well. Hold on. I meant to look at the league. Us City and Arsenal, currently the only 2 unbeaten teams. 3, sorry. Not bad. We've only drawn 1, we've won 6. Let's try and keep that upright. We've got Wolves, then Celtic, United, City, Villarreal. Wolves are in at 15th currently. Nice. What do we go with here? What to go with? I think Sander's earned a place on the bench. We'll go Zanotti in there. George up on the bench. Bench Ramsey. You know, I'm going to start Ramsey. Gula was alright in that game, though. He'll probably be another sub. I'm going to take a Langer out this game, actually. Let's put Dembele in. Dembele goes in for Langer. Fuck me, I hate the whole bench situation here. I'm going to have to take the youth out. How have you not? I have. I had to take a minus 16 point deduction. So it might fuck us up. But yeah, I have took all 3 of them out. I was really debating the Salah thing because, I mean, surely he's going to pick up form again at some point. You'd think. But you never know. You never know. Let's put Cobby in for Tonali as well. There you go. There's the starting lineup. We've got Cobby, Dembele, Zanotti, and I think it's Cobby's first start of the season. Same with Dembele, his first appearance. And Zanotti's in there. I've just preferred him over Bradley this season, so we're going to continue playing him. We're all set. We're all ready to go. Yeah, minus 16 point deduction in FPL could really fuck us over. But we'll see. I mean, there's loads of people in that league who have already took like a big sort of jump compared to other people, so... Right. Oh, we're then. Molineux. One of the worst away ends in English football, I believe. I like the stadium, I like the crowd. Away end just looks fucking dreadful. Why is it the entire length of the stadium? Voldemort. Oof. Bloody hell, he come crashing in there. Could have been killed. Oh. Scalvini, where the fuck were you going there? Gula. Gorgeous pass that. Voldemort. He's done very well. It's a lovely finish. Alright, Gula with the assist. Voldemort on the score sheet. That will do. 4 and 8 from. Look at the celebration. You love to see it, don't you? Alright, Gula assist. I was debating whether I'd drop him for Ramsey this game as well. What a pass. Shrugs off the defender. Sayonara. Bang. Fell on his horse as well. Proper fucking player, this lad. Who needs Isak? I keep forgetting Isak exists, actually. I really do. I keep forgetting that he's a thing. I even said, if you go back to the very first stream of FC26, ooh, Voldemort is going to struggle in FIFA. Because of how big he is, how slow he is. Player of the season in 2 seasons. In a row. And he's looking for a 3rd. There's Dembele. His first game of the season. Ah, fuck off. But yeah, lovely footwork from him. As well as their right back as well. Chow. Lovely work there. So Naughty, that's a gorgeous pass there. Odagula, that's up to Dembele. Early passing to Voldemort. Beautiful ball into Gordon. Gordon! It's 2! The same corner as Voldemort. Anthony Gordon makes it 2. His first Premier League goal of the season. Voldemort assist. The guy just keeps getting better and better. He really does. And then I've got 2 backups to him. If not all goes to plan. I've got Vissa, I've got Costulas. We're creating something here. It's taken, well, into the 3rd season now. Hopefully we can win a big major trophy this season. A big, big one. I've won 2 FA Cups. 2 Community Shields. I've won 4. Just not big, big trophies. FA Cup's big, but no. It's not a Champions League, is it? Ah, it's not the pass wanted. Gulak, great win. Bruno, ridiculous pass there. Lovely flick. Dembele back to him. Voldemort, save. Good stop. This is the football we know and love. Gulak, great stuff. Great work. He's going to natter himself out, but I've brought Ramsey. Corby, beautiful pass that. Gordon. Voldemort lays it off to Bruno. Bruno! I thought it was going to go straight in. Lovely finesse shot. I can see this Wolves team going down this season, like, in real life randomness. Oh, what the fuck's that? Gula does so much running in the midfield. Doesn't have the stamina that like Bruno and Tonali have, does he? Bruno, lovely tackle. You've took Chow with you as well there. What have I just seen from Hull? Oh my god. Oh, he was away there. He's feeling himself. Scalvini, lovely pass that. Here's Gula. It opens up for him. Another block. It's back to him again. Bruno. Gula, first time that's over the ball. The kid's electric in midfield when he wants to be. You really see the difference in quality when you're playing a team like this. Dembele back to him. Mora Gula's in. You've just got to hit it. God, someone save Lawson, will they? It's not going to be me. I've got my strikers. I don't need them. Go and win the ball back that you lost. Chow. Sits him on his arse. Malik Chow, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Beautiful first half of football, that. Translated into the second half, please. That would be very nice. No attempts from Wolves again. When we want to be, we can be incredible defensively. We'll literally beat the defensive record last season. We only conceded 14 goals, I believe. I've already conceded like 4 this season. So not C, that's poor. Oh. That was well dodgy. Cobby lays it off. Goulart back to Cobby. Opens up from he goes for a great stop from the goalkeeper. Zanotti with the headed win. That's played through at Strand Lawson. Get up, Zanotti, mate. Didn't complain. Chow, it's unbelievable work. It really is. Zanotti down to Goulart. He plays it down the wing to Dembele. He's going to play an early pass again. Voldemort slides it through to Gordon. He made that too easy for the keeper. On your head. Continue your run. Lewis Holt. Back to him. Holt takes it on. Across the face. A goal! Bruno's there again! Bruno Guimaraes. He's in the form of his life this season. He is 29. He's hit his prime. He's in his prime years. I never could have thought Bruno could have gotten any better, but he really is just getting better. It's a Lewis Hall assist. Such a good overlapping run. Gave Gordon the option for the pass. He's played it across the face of goal. You knew the ball was coming. Voldemort and Bruno both go sort of diving into the 6-yard box. That's how we're meant to be playing. Right. We can, I feel like it's safe to say, make subs. I'm going to bring Sander in. He's going to go in for Scalvini. I'm going to go Ramsey, attacking midfield. Tarek George for Gordon. Gordon's been good, but I'm thinking about fitness levels. We'll just do that for now. Probably bring Vissart in. That's my next sub. Love it, Lewis. Brilliant work. That time at Real Madrid definitely helped him. Goulart outside the boot ball of Altamora. What a pass. He's in. Just fucking shoot, man, will you? Takes ages to get a shot off. Look at the press. Look at the press. Oh, he's too good with his feet. He's tricky. Bruno. Cobby! Oof. Close. I think I'm just going to do the Voldemort sub now. I may as well. Get this in. Lovely work. Well done, everyone. Got Mitchell. Not Mitchell. Tarek George coming in. Ramsey as well. Vissar's in there. Sander as well. Lovely work. Look at the space we've got. Bruno. Ah. Oh, he's too good. This our first time off the woodwork. It's come back to him. He nearly won it. Ramsey. Ramsey! Fuck you now. Why did you put that wide? Easy wins, Zanotti. Lovely. Sander, gorgeous work. Ramsey. Look at the space for Visser here. Good defending. Minnows really ran his heart out in this game. Love it, Ramsey. Work rate as soon as he's come on the pitch. Great ball. I'm expecting someone who's like 5'7" to win that. He's off. This has off, isn't it? No. Not offside. Corby. Beautiful. Might be off. It's a save anyway. He isn't off and we've just retained the ball. George! Save. Still hasn't got his first goal yet. We've still got the fucking ball. Jesus Christ, this Wolves team's going down. Sack the manager. Sack the manager. That was ridiculous in the last few minutes. 3-0 win, clean sheet. No attempts from Wolves. That'll do, Visser. We might be able to get one at the end, yeah. Dembele, Visser, save. I've still got the fucking ball somehow. What's going on? There we go, 3-0 win. Manager has to be sacked after that. Fuck me. Dreadful performance. Gordon is good, but do you ever see him being like the face of the team in real life? Well, no, there's very few... Say, I feel like the word superstar is a very big word to use. I probably wouldn't even say we've got a superstar player in the team. I can't see him becoming the face, but he's still one of our best players, definitely. I think being the face of the team would be too much. Great performance from everyone there. And superstars are very strong saying.
Some questions regarding the match?
Tonali is, would you call Tonali a superstar? I feel like superstars like above world class. Like you've got world class, then superstar. Your superstar players are like Mbappe, Haaland, obviously Ronaldo, Messi, Harry Kane. Would you put Ousmane Dembele in there? I know he's only really had that one or two good few seasons and won a Ballon d'Or. I don't know. I would say superstars too much. World class, definitely. We've got some world class players. I wouldn't say Voldemort as world class, but I think he has the like one of the best potentials in the team to become world class, definitely. I think Tonali is for his position, not many better. Yeah, to be fair, when you say, like, if you ask me, list DMs in world football right now, currently, who are better than Tonali. I mean, there's... To be fair, straight off the top of my head, there's not really one I can think of. Would you say, is Declan Rice a better DM than Tonali? Because Declan Rice is like one of the ones that comes to my mind, but... Is Declan Rice not just, like, shadowed a bit from, like, the team that he plays in, because he plays in a really good team? I mean, I know he was good at West Ham. He's definitely improved since he joined Arsenal. People are probably going to say Caicedo. I don't say it with Caicedo. I don't see how Caicedo's been so heavily sort of talked about. I don't see it personally, but that's me. Right, Champions League against Celtic. I think I'm going to keep like this strong start of the Champions League, so we're going to go same team. Zanotti in at right back. No other changes. Let's go. Alanga's had a full rest. He should be ready. Son was superstar, for example. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. If Son was a superstar, then what the fuck was Harry Kane? Harry Kane must have been like the next coming of God. Next coming of Jesus Christ. If Son was a superstar. Right, Maeda's still there. Crikey. On angles. Carter Vickers is an 82. Ortega. Okay. Interesting Celtic team out there. Hopefully we can keep up our strong start. We didn't lose in the league phase in Season 2. And so far, we're looking like to be on track to do the same thing. Love it from Bruno. His passing's too good. Zanotti. Tonali. Lovely chest. Down into Gordon. Oof. Rashford, for example, superstar. Oh, now then. Now then. It's a sending off, I think. I wouldn't even give him a fucking yellow. No second chances there. That is a straight red card. I love Marcus Rashford. I think he's brilliant. Superstar is absolutely mental. I think we have a different definition for what a superstar is. Because that is crazy. Like, you're saying fame and recognition, not ability. So how does that mean superstar? How, if you're famous, does that make you a superstar? Because fame and recognition's basically the exact same thing. You're recognisable and you're famous. Basically means the same thing. So surely that does not mean superstar. If Rashford's a superstar, then... Oh, so how's that even went in? I'm not going to question him. He's too good. Even though I did just question him. Triangle, welcome. How we doing, son? How we do? Wish it was Friday. How does that even go in? Fucking knee saving that, is there? It was like it was penalty. Jesus. Voldemort. Literally the next coming of God. The guy's crazy. He's going for back-to-back-to-back player of the seasons. He might just do it. I think superstar is definitely ability. Fame is just fame. Oh, hold on. Fucking Windows security message popped up. Fuck off, please. Pers Bramble is famous for being really bad. Superstar is famous. Yeah, I think famous is just being like a completely different thing, like you say. Oh, what a ball! Oh, he's offside anyway. Tonali, all yours. Let's switch to Bruno there. Fuck off, man. This is the league phase triangle. Good past that. Nothing Gordon. Oh! Strange. But yeah, I think somehow, I don't know how we've ended up doing this, but we have different definitions for what a superstar is. A superstar is a like very, very, very good person, very good player, for instance. And that's why I'm saying like Mbappe is a superstar when it comes to football. I feel like superstar is a thing I would... If I've got no other words for like someone who is really good, like world class, I think superstar would be my next set of words to use. A word. So yeah, like Lamine Yamal is a superstar. Lovely past that. Gordon. Gulat. Very nice pass. Incredible from Hugh, that. Just incredible definition. Hang it in the Louvre. Oh, how weird. Fucking hell. Fucking ball's like a ping pong again. Bloody hell. Hey. A little bit weak defensively there. As soon as they get past the defenders, I'll start shitting myself because I haven't got Nick Pope there anymore. It's fucking Verbruggen. I've got literally someone called Bort in there. It's a nollie! That's well wide. 1-0 at the half. What's 2 plus 2? 5. Superstar means super famous. Does it? Like, does it though? So, like, I don't know. First music artist that comes to mind. Kanye West, there we go. Kanye West is a superstar then. Just because he's famous. I mean, by definition of his music, I would definitely say he's a super, like, star in the music industry because, like, he's one of the best. But I wouldn't, because he's famous, call him a superstar. I would just call him famous. Or very famous. You know what? What was the definition of superstar? Definition of superstar. Here we go then. It fucking is as well. An extremely famous and successful performer or sports player. He became a superstar overnight. Yeah, so that's how I would say it. Like, he is a superstar, but I'm saying that because of how good he is, not because of how famous he is. I've never sort of meant it like that, but an extremely famous and successful performer, I suppose. That's just not the way I would say it, though. Exceptional talent and recognition. Fame and public appeal. Marketability. Yeah, but technically, you could split this up into 2 different ways. So, like, someone who is either very famous or extremely good at what they do. So, like, I would call Mbappe a superstar because of how good he is, not because of how famous he is. Mbappe is very famous, but I'm calling him a superstar because of how good he is. Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying Mbappe is a superstar because of his fame. So, like, Ronaldo, CR7, he's a superstar because he's, in my opinion, the best footballer that's ever graced the planet. And he is, I wouldn't say it because of this, but he is also very fucking famous. Probably the most famous footballer ever. He's got like 400 million followers or something on fucking Instagram alone. Might even be more than that. But I wouldn't say he's a superstar because of his big following, you know? I would... Usain Bolt kicked the football, is named a superstar. But that's what I mean, like, I wouldn't call Usain Bolt a superstar. Maybe he's a superstar when it comes to fucking running, I suppose. But I would just say Usain Bolt's a famous runner, or a very good runner. I wouldn't say he's a superstar. He's famous. He's like the only fucking runner I know. Yeah, I suppose that I've technically got 2 definitions, really. Because it says there, you can base it off how good someone is, or how famous they are, so... They're 2 different things, though. Nah. I suppose if you're... But maybe it's not. I was going to say, I suppose if you're very good, then you're most likely very famous. But that's not necessarily the case. Like, if we're classing Tonali as a superstar, would you really say Tonali's famous? I mean, like, sort of. He's more famous than the average person, but... wouldn't really say he's like a widely known person, would you? If you just go up to some random person in the middle of fucking... like someone who just doesn't watch football, for instance, doesn't have a care in the world for football, and you said, do you know who Sandro Tonali is? They're probably not going to know who Sandro Tonali is. They could take a wild guess, but I highly doubt they'd know who he is. If you went up to someone in a Newcastle top and said, do you know who Sandro Tonali is? They'd probably guess that he's a player for Newcastle, I would presume. But if you went up to someone who doesn't like basketball, for instance, and you said, do you know who Michael Jordan is? I know I'm trying to thingy Tonali with Michael Jordan here, there's a big difference, but they would most likely know. Whether you know Jordan because of he's a basketball player, or you know him from his brand, surely at least. At least you'll know the Michael Jordan brand, Air Jordan, with his fucking logo. So I know there's a difference between that and Tonali, but... like, I wouldn't define Tonali as superstar anyways because of his ability, but if I define him as superstar, it doesn't... I wouldn't really say it's because he's famous, I would say more of it because of his ability, if that makes sense. We've got Ben in here, how we doing? Not trying new Football Manager. To be fair, I don't have the money right now. I'm currently saving. Because I do go on holiday in like 2 weeks. So I don't have the money right now to get it. But I might do it. I might do it. It would definitely be the console edition. I'd get it on the PlayStation. He'd say probably wouldn't fucking run it. Dave. Jesus, Fabruga, mate. It's like you're playing a game of fucking hopscotch or something. Usain Bolt is one of the most known athletes ever since we use him in conversations, like comparing someone as fast as him. Yeah, I suppose, but I wouldn't say Usain Bolt's a superstar. I would just say, well, he's famous or he's a runner. I wouldn't really describe him as a superstar. Like, to be fair, I wouldn't even say that about, like, Ronaldo in football. I've never really called someone a superstar. I would just say, oh, Ronaldo's a world-class footballer, or he is a footballer, because you probably know who he is anyway. So it's the same with Usain Bolt. Like, I would say, oh, you're as fast as Usain Bolt. You know? I don't know. I suppose there's different ways you can say things and explain things at the end of the day. Alright, making loads of changes here. 73 minutes in. Would Bolt be as known as he wasn't? I suppose. Like, Tottenham has superstars who aren't even world class. Really, though? We're just on different ends of this thing about superstar. Like, if Xavi Simons is a superstar, then what the fuck's, like... I don't know. Who's sort of on the same level, would you say? What's Hugo Alvarez if Xavi Simons is a superstar? Do you know what I mean? I would absolutely never in a million years class Xavi Simons as a superstar. I suppose he's quite popular. In fact, I wouldn't even say he's like that popular as a footballer, in all honesty. There's no one at fucking Spurs who's a superstar. They did have Harry Kane. You could potentially put Son in there. If Xavi Simons is a superstar, then Kudus is a superstar, because he's a better player than Xavi Simons. But if you're classing it off how famous a player is, I don't know. I don't know. But also, by definition on fucking Google, to be fair, it does say if someone's famous. So. But then you could just say every footballer has a superstar, because the vast majority of them are pretty well known. Obviously, they're not when you go into lower leagues, but even like championship players, for instance, are pretty well known. So, are you going to now class championship players as superstars? Say, I wouldn't. But if you being popular and famous means you're a superstar, then I suppose you do, in a way. It's definitely a strange way of saying it, but you're not wrong, though. Like, there's a literal definition that proves your point. But I feel like my point also needs to be sort of backed. Bruno has it, Xavi Simons' hair was inspired by Teoscar. It's not about being a better player, it's about the marketable. Really, though? Is it? Is Xavi Simons like the face of Tottenham? Is he marketable? I wouldn't really say so. Who's the most marketable player in that Spurs team at the minute? It probably would be Kudus, maybe. I just would not... I would not even say Xavi Simons is like the face or anything of Spurs. Also, Verbruggen wins man of the match. That does not back me not liking him. I don't know.
Just a couple of questions.
Your way of explaining it isn't wrong. It's literally by definition, it's true. But nah, it's not the way I would sort of explain it. I am going to be streaming tomorrow, yes. Same time. Well, 9 o'clock. I do finish work half an hour earlier. On a Friday.
Thank you for your...
How small his country of birth is as well. What? What does that even mean? That's just nah. Nah. I don't agree with it, but I literally kind of have to, because it is a definition. I don't know. Look at... You know what I'm going to base this off? Difficulties in games. NBA 2K, you've got Rookie, Pro, All-Star, Superstar, then Hall of Fame. Okay? 5 difficulties. Superstar is the 4th hardest difficulty. The one before Hall of Fame. Superstar difficulty. How good something is. How good someone is. Okay? That's what I'm going to base it off. When I'm playing 2K, I play on Superstar difficulty. I'm playing against Superstar level players. Okay? That's just the way I see that. I do not see it as popularity and fame. Absolutely not. I think Superstar is ability in sports, but like in music and things like that, I guess you'd use Superstar or fame. See, I just still wouldn't. I think the issue here is I just don't use the word Superstar. Unless I'm changing my difficulty on NBA 2K. Which I never play. You know? Because of... That's where a well-known athlete is from. Yeah, I suppose, but then they're not a superstar because of that, though, are they? Like... I'm trying to think of a player, for instance. There's been players on this game that from, like, fucking Seychelles and stuff, right? Doesn't mean the player's a fucking superstar. He might be looked up at, and he might be an inspiration to people from Seychelles, but is he a superstar? No. His ability's most likely shit. I don't know. There's 2 different ways of going around it, I think. There's 2 separate things. I would definitely say on this career mode, there's a superstar right there. He is a superstar player. He is more than world class. This guy is at the highest level of football. Can't really go much beyond that. I would say he's probably the only player in this team who is there. Potentially Tonali. He is a 92 overall now, which is mental. Same with Jeremy Lin. He was a super... He just... No, he just isn't, though. This is the problem. Like... Yao Ming, yes, he's from China, same with Jeremy Lin, but their ability at basketball just wasn't like superstar level ability, was it? They were pretty bang average players. But Yao Ming, if Yao Ming was 6'10", no one would bat an eyelid. But just because of how tall he was, that's the only reason people know who Yao Ming is. You don't even know Yao Ming because he's from China. You just know him because of his height. There's players currently playing in the league from all around Asia. No one bats an eyelid. Jeremy Lin, there's probably not a lot of people who know Jeremy Lin. Of course, if you're from China, you probably adore Jeremy Lin, or used to when he was in the league. They could look up to him as a superstar, but factually, he just was not a superstar. Same with Yao Ming. He's more famous than Carmelo Anthony. Is he? You know what? Let's have a look at Instagrams. I don't know about that one. It's where you go though. The issue there is if you go around streets in England, for instance, and you asked, say if you went, do you know who Jeremy Lin is? I haven't got a clue, mate. If you said, do you know who Carmelo Anthony is? Someone in England's going to know who Carmelo Anthony is before they know Jeremy Lin, surely. But then if you go to China, I would presume they're going to know both, because if you're into basketball anyway, you should probably know who Carmelo Anthony is. But then they probably will adore Jeremy Lin because he's from there. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a player in the NBA currently plays for the Knicks. Tosan Adrabayo or Everbuemo or however you say his name. He's from Newcastle, right? He grew up in Newcastle, went to a private school here and everything. And now he plays for the New York Knicks. Crazy how close to home that is, right? His private school is literally like 30 minutes away from my house. It's not far. And he grew up here, played basketball here, then went to America to play in college and has now made the NBA, right? I would not call him a superstar, but he's just, in my head, it's like, it's cool that someone from here has actually made the NBA. But I definitely wouldn't look at him as like an inspiration and I'd call him a superstar, because I know he's not. He's probably not going to play any minutes for the Knicks at all. He has in pre-season, but that's pre-season. I like the debate. Jeremy Lin's from Taiwan. Well, there you go. I didn't even know he was from fucking Taiwan. I thought he was from China. But let's have a look, right? Let's have a look at Instagrams, for instance, here. So, Jeremy Lin, right? I'm guessing has to be over 1 million. 2.1 million followers. I'm going to predict the vast majority of people who follow Jeremy Lin are Asian people. That's not me discriminating. That's just, he is an Asian man himself. They have shitloads of people in their countries. They're most likely going to be following him because he is big in those places, right? Because he's one of the best players to come out of there, right? He's one of the best Asian players to ever enter the league. Now then, Carmelo Anthony, got to be more. 8.1 million. Carmelo Anthony's got 8.1 million. That's just on Instagram, okay? That's just Instagram alone. This isn't off the top of your dome, you know? Like, a lot of people probably are only aware of Albania because of Dua Lipa. To be fair, I'm not even going to lie to you there. I just thought Dua Lipa was from London. I didn't know she was from Albania. Is she from Albania? Social media is very limited in Asia, to be fair, though. I mean, yeah, I suppose. But even me, for instance, on my Insta, I follow Carmelo Anthony. I don't follow Jeremy Lin. I at least know who Jeremy Lin is. And I like Jeremy Lin, and I used to watch him growing up. But I don't follow him. I don't really care too much about him now that he's not in the league. Whereas Carmelo Anthony, he's made a fucking huge name for himself. He literally played for the OKC, which is the team that I've been following for like 15 years of my life, since I started getting into basketball. Literally played for her quite a while ago now, but he was there. He was meant to be part of a big three that never really become that big, sadly. I don't like how some people on the internet hate other people because of their country of birth. Seriously, what's wrong with those people? I mean, I suppose it's a stupid thing because you can't really decide where you're born, I suppose. Literally, if someone had to go at me for being from Newcastle, what the fuck do you want us to do? I was born here. They're just not in my control. I guess I'm sorry. Like, I had no say. I was just here. Right, Manchester United at St. James is always a big in this. We're playing this early in the season. We usually play them in like December. Telling North Koreans why Americans are killer. No one will fuck with America, that's the thing. They're too big of a country. Too fucking massive and fucking rock hard. No one's gonna mess with them. We'll try to, but it'll go horrendously wrong. They all know that. They're scared of America. Send them. It's an ollie. Ooh! Ooh! It went anywhere, that. But yeah, like you say, it just depends on... I suppose it does depend on your sort of where you're from and place of birth. I mean, if someone joins the NBA and you're from fucking... Say they join the NBA from... I think of just a wild country off the top of my head. You join the NBA from... Iceland, right? You cannot tell me there's been a player from Iceland in the NBA. But if someone from Iceland made the NBA, the entire fucking place of Iceland would just be over the moon, wouldn't it? But no one else outside of that would probably care or bat an eyelid or probably even know that he exists. If there has been an Icelandic player in the NBA, I literally don't know that he's ever been a thing. Or is a thing if he's there now. On the English scene, we've actually got, in more recent years, a lot more players from the UK making the NBA. OJ Anunoby grew up in London. I think originally, I swear he was born in Nigeria, but he did grow up in London. 2 Nigerian parents. But he lived in London for like 10 years of his life or something, so, you know. And he owns part of the London Lions now. Tosan, like I was on about, currently playing at the Knicks. He's been on the Celtics, Pistons, Grizzlies. He's been all over the place. But he's only been in the league like 1 or 2 seasons. And he's literally from Newcastle. The first ever player from up here to make it that far in basketball. We had Luol Deng actually become an all-star in the NBA, which is the furthest any British player's made. Was an all-star for the Bulls, I think, is when he made it. Or was it the Grizzlies? Would have been one of them 2 teams he made all-star appearances with. But he had a great career in the NBA, dang. And I believe he actually played for Team GB, which is the difference there, because I believe OJ Anunoby does actually play for Nigeria, or wherever he's from in Africa. Whereas Luol Deng actually played for Britain. More in the NBA. Stuff like Steven Adams. Our first originally, always thought Steven Adams was just American for some reason, but no, he's from Australia. I would imagine in Australia, he's fucking huge. But like, no one really cares that much for Steven Adams. I mean, if you're an OKC fan, or currently Rockets fan, you probably adore him. I do. But yeah, for a good few years, I just never knew he was from Australia. She's British, Albanian, and Kosovan. What the fuck? How don't you possibly have 3 nationalities, man? I mean, I know why and how you can, but... Face of a nation. See, just is he, though? Is he a face of a nation? Because, yeah, he's probably, like, the best player to ever come out of New Zealand. But... unless you like football in New Zealand, you probably don't know who Chris Wood is, do you? Let's be real. Whereas, like, there's bigger names. Like I said, even if you don't like basketball, don't watch basketball, never have, and you're American, or even outside of America, European, worldwide, you're going to know who Michael Jordan and LeBron James are, aren't you? Whereas Chris Wood, even if you are from New Zealand, but you just don't like football, you haven't got any interest, you might not even know who Chris Wood is, even though he's from there. Peter Goodmanson, drafted in 1981. Yeah, I would have fucking never known who he is. But yet again, if you go up to an Icelandic person and you say, do you know who Peter Goodmanson is? They'll probably be like, oh yeah, that's my uncle. Just some random bloke called Peter Goodmanson, because I'd imagine it's quite a popular name in Iceland. Do you see where I'm coming from there? Unless you're, on the off chance you really love basketball and you're from Iceland and you live there, you probably do know who he is. Because you probably did look up to him. Do you know where I'm coming from here? I hope you do. I hope I'm not making it too confusing. It's the big names that, like, I feel like should be classed as your so-called superstars here. Like, you're on about that centre-back, Kushinov, whatever, right? From Uzbekistan. Crazy to be from there and be in the Prem and playing for City. But unless you like football and you're from Uzbekistan, you probably haven't got a fucking Scooby-Doo who the guy is. Right? If he was that much of a superstar, surely so much more people would know who he is. That's what I'm trying to get at. He may not even be famous in Uzbekistan. Because is it a footballing nation? It just most likely... It's like New Zealand. New Zealand isn't really a footballing nation. What's the most popular sport in New Zealand? Let's have a look. Fucking hockey or something, I'm going to guess. Most popular sport in New Zealand. What should be football? Rugby. Oh yeah, fucking rugby, yeah. I'm stupid. National sport is rugby. Other popular sports, basketball, cricket, netball, then football. So netball, cricket, basketball and rugby are more popular in New Zealand than football is. So people probably most likely know the entire rugby starting team over Chris Wood, unless you are the one-off football fan from New Zealand. Netball, cricket, basketball. Any basketball lads from New Zealand, there probably is. Wait, I think Stephen Adams is from New Zealand, not Australia. Yeah, I think he is from New Zealand. It's basically the same thing. Josh Giddey's from Australia, for instance. Probably huge in Australia. Afifas. Yeah, but the issue is there. Before Qatar held a World Cup, did anyone know who Afif was worldwide? No, they didn't. I never heard of him until I saw him on FIFA. Because that's the only time they've put Qatar into the game. It's not a footballing nation. They created a football team for that World Cup. Qatar's not a football nation. So no, Afif probably isn't known by millions and millions of people. I didn't know who he was until 2 or 3 years ago, when the World Cup was a thing. Do you know where I'm coming from here? So for instance, what was the other country? So Kuznov. I'm gonna guess it's football. Most popular sport in Uzbekistan. Yeah, so maybe you are right here. Football is the most popular sport in Uzbekistan. Fair enough. Other include wrestling, boxing, judo, taekwondo. Fucking hell, don't fuck with the Uzbekistanians. Futsal is also very popular. So yeah, again, another footballing sort of thing. So yeah, it probably is very, very popular in Uzbekistan. Worldwide, though, do you have a fucking clue who Kuznov is? I mean, obviously we do, but if I go and talk to me dad now, who loves football, by the way, my dad was a season ticket holder at Newcastle for fucking donkey's years. Went all the away games, went to Wembley with them. If I asked him now who Kuznov is, he's not going to have a Scooby-Doo who he is, right? I already know he won't. If I ask me dad who Afif is, I can guarantee now he won't have a clue. He can probably guess where he's from with a name like that. But he wouldn't have a fucking clue who he is, if he's a footballer, whatever he is. He wouldn't have a clue. Haaland absolutely is a superstar. Me mom knows who Haaland is. Right? That's how big Haaland is. Me mom knows who he is. Me mom doesn't watch football. She cares for Newcastle, that's it. And she knows who Haaland is. Well, she goes, oh, there's the guy with the long blonde hair. I know that she's on about Haaland. Yeah. Oscar's a super... He just isn't, though. Oscar just isn't a superstar. I could name you fucking 100 Brazilian players before I have to name Oscar. He just isn't a superstar at all. I've got to disagree with you there. Oscar's not a superstar. Let's talk about superstar Brazilian players. R9. Fucking hell, mine's went black. Black? Blank. Ronaldinho. Fucking... There's so many. There's so many you can choose from with Brazil before you get to Oscar. You cannot tell me Oscar classes as a superstar. That's ridiculous. Even if you are a football fan, you might not even know who Oscar is. You've got to dig pretty deep to know who Oscar is. Or have to have watched football growing up to know who Oscar is. And even then you might not know who he is. To hundreds of millions of Chinese watch. Yeah, but like, is he though? He's fucking Brazilian, he's not even Chinese. He just went there. It's like saying Rafa Benitez is a superstar to Chinese people because he managed there for a few years. They probably don't even know who he is now. KSI is arguably a superstar. Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, his music and boxing shit. He's just popular on YouTube. I know where you're coming from, but I will admit his music and boxing is just horrendous. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. The Oscar thing's just... Nah. That has to be you just trying to be different now, surely. You cannot sit there and tell me Oscar's a superstar before naming all of these other Brazilian players that have ever existed. Literal Ballon d'Or winners, multiple-time Ballon d'Or winners, multiple-time World Cup winners. And we're saying Oscar's a superstar. Yeah, again, we're probably just thinking of different definitions of superstar here, but... Come on. Gordon. Gordon. What a turnaround. What a fucking turnaround. Tony Gordon. In Japan, favourite team sport is baseball. I wouldn't have expected that. I honestly would have expected the most famous sport in Japan to be like a fighting sport or football. Not baseball. Didn't even know they had baseball in Japan. It's not about ability. Yeah, but it just is though, isn't it? Like, it just is. It has to be about ability. It just has to be. I'm going to stand on the hill dying that this counts as ability. There's a bit of, like, stuff to do with how famous you are and popular you are in there. But I feel like the ability outweighs that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the ability outweighs it. Christian Pulisic is a superstar. Nah, he just isn't. Yet again, even if you are American, if you just simply don't like football and you're not interested in football, you probably don't know who Christian Pulisic is. You most likely don't know who he is. But just because we're football fans and because there's very rarely been good American players, yeah, of course we know who Pulisic is. He's one of the best to ever exist. From America. Whereas, like, so for instance, names in England. Me mum, for instance, doesn't really like football. You know, she always asks, oh, what was the Newcastle score today and stuff like that. But doesn't really like football, doesn't really watch it. But if I said to me mum, even a name of, like, do you know who... I'm trying to think of the name. Fucking minds went blank. Bobby Moore. Do you know who Bobby Moore is? She'll know who Bobby Moore is. And that's going fucking far back. I'll go, mother, do you know who Bobby Charlton is? She'll know who Bobby Charlton is. Now that's being famous and also good at a sport. In a thing you're good at the thing and you're also very famous, because like I said, my mum doesn't really have a care in the world for football, but she'll know who Bobby Charlton is just from the name because of how famous he is in England. But then you go outside of England, like I say, unless you're a pretty big football fan, you're probably not good. If you ask a Chinese person, just a random Chinese person on the street, do you know who Bobby Charlton is? In China this is. Go to Beijing and you ask someone who fucking Bobby Charlton is, they're not going to have a clue, surely. And if they do, fair enough, well done. Pogba's a superstar, argue with that. Pogba isn't a superstar. Pogba's quite an overrated player, actually, ability-wise. I would never say that Pogba's a superstar. And there's a lot more well-known French players than Pogba out there. There is. Fact. A lot more. Get Joey in there for the strength. Played the youth as well. But yeah, superstar, I'm on about, like, you're that big that you're known even if someone doesn't like the sport, you're still known. If you don't like football, even if you're from Brazil, you probably don't know who Oscar is. But you'll most likely know who Pele is. You'll probably know who Ronaldinho is. You'll probably know who R9 is. Even if you don't like football. Because they were such a big thing in football and the country. Pogba, if you don't know what football is, but you're from France, Pogba's probably just another name in France. Oh yeah, he won the World Cup in 2018, but like I said, if you're not a football fan, that doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, Pogba's known to us. So, before that, like, stream, that clip with I Show Speed, right? All the, like, say the kids who watch I Show Speed, do you think they actually, I mean, obviously a lot of them would have, but do you think every single one of them would have known who Pogba was before? They were probably like, who the fuck is this? They were probably like, oh, it's nice to see a family member on your stream. They probably didn't know that was a fucking famous footballer, did they? Come on. John Cena. Now that's a perfect example. I don't fucking care about WWE. Never watched WWE. Never had games. Never had the toys. Never had anything to do with WWE. But it's funny that I know who John Cena is. Because he is just that world famous. He's probably the only reason a lot of people know what wrestling is. That's the point in fame. Yeah, but Oscar and Pogba aren't that famous. They're just factually not that famous. Triangle's got it spot on with John Cena there. Because that's a sport I can't sort of correlate with. I literally couldn't care less about wrestling. It's literally fake, for one. So it's not even real. But I still know who John Cena is. If I went to me mum, do you know who John Cena is, mother? Oh yeah, he's oh, I know that name from. It'll probably take a while. She'll be like, I know that name. Oh yeah, he's the wrestler. If I went to me mum, do you know who Paul Pogba is? Like, who the fuck's that? Someone you went to school with or something? She's not gonna know who Paul Pogba is she? But she knows who Michael Jordan is. She knows who LeBron is. She knows who John Cena is. She'll know who Usain Bolt is. She'll know who Andy Murray is, probably. Even Andy Murray's borderline. She'll probably know Tiger Woods. Their names who are superstars. Do you know where I'm coming from here? Pogba and Oscar, they're just another fucking person. It's like saying Mario Götze as a superstar for winning Germany the World Cup. To German football fans, even then they're probably like, well, because it was so long ago, they'll be like, oh yeah, Mario Götze. I know Mario Götze. They're probably not going to be, oh, he's a superstar. Because he just isn't. That's like saying because Pogba won the World Cup in 2018, he's a superstar. He's just fucking not. John Cena's a superstar in WWE, and in Hollywood he's the definition of a superstar. There you go. I feel like that's just cleared up the whole thing about, like, superstarness. If that's, like, even a phrase. Then Alan Shearer is not. Yeah, I suppose you could argue Alan Shearer isn't. Because, like you say, if you're not really interested in football, yeah, someone probably isn't going to know who Alan Shearer is. The only footballers that are so well known worldwide are your likes of Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar. You could probably even end it at that. They're the big names that people know about. Not Alan Shearer, even though we think Alan Shearer's big, especially being from Newcastle. In fact, in the UK, I would presume the vast majority of people, even if you don't know anything about football, know who Alan Shearer is. Because even then, he was on Match of the Day. I don't know if he still is. He's on Match of the Day, so he was on the telly. He's got a podcast. He's got all that stuff. Outside of what he'd done in football, Alan Shearer's doing all this stuff outside of football. He's done a lot of charity work. So people might know him from that, not the football. Especially in England, that is. Outside of England, yeah. You ask the average American who Alan Shearer is, they're probably not going to know who he is. Unless they're a football fan, then they might. So yeah, I can agree. Alan Shearer, I would not class as a superstar. Ability-wise, fucking world class, out of this world. Arguably the best striker in the Premier League of all time. I was going to say of all time, but R9's probably better. But I say probably, definitely. Yeah, the memes with John Cena. The whole John Cena meme sort of shenanigans. John Cena, yeah, that is literally, I think, the best example you could have give. Not everyone in the world likes WWE. It's massive in America. Outside of that, we're just like a bit, no one fucking really cares. It does come to England, I'm pretty sure, a lot of the time. So maybe it's quite big in England. But I couldn't care less. Never watched it, never done anything. I've seen clips of John Cena, though, because of how popular that guy is. I've seen clips, I know the memes, like pictures of him, the song, the John Cena intro song. I know all of that because of John Cena and how popular he is. I probably wouldn't know what WWE is if it wasn't for John Cena. Do you know what I mean? That is a perfect example. I think where I draw the line is when you start introducing Pulisic, Pogba. I think Oscar's probably the worst one there. I think Oscar's the most shocking one there because you have a look at all the Brazilians in the past, even outside of football. There's loads of Brazilian athletes everywhere. There's probably more Brazilians than I... Ooh, this could be a bit far, actually. There's probably more Brazilians who know Leandro Barbosa is than Oscar. And I bet you there's probably no one in this chat who knows who Leandro Barbosa is. Because you probably don't. Unless you're a really good NBA fan. Pulisic, he just isn't though, is he? I bet you in America he's not even that well known, man. Outside of being a football fan, you probably don't have a Scooby-Doo who the guy is. Because what's he done outside of football? What does Pulisic do outside of playing football? In a different country than America. He plays in Italy. Has played in the Premier League previously. And Germany. You've heard of the name Barbosa? Yeah, you probably know that from, like, I swear there's a UFC fighter, or used to be. You probably don't know who Leandro Barbosa is. If you do, I'm impressed. He was a Brazilian basketball player for the Golden State Warriors in, like, in the 2010s, like, early 2010s. I think he left in, like, 2015, 16 or something. But yet again, at the time, he was probably pretty big because he was like one of the only Brazilians in the league and he played for the best team in the league at the time. Actually got minutes for them. There was a period, even when Pulisic was there you go. And you're saying he's fifth in currently in America, and remember where you're hosting the World Cup. So you've hosted the World Cup before, haven't you? Right? Before. I couldn't name you a single fucking American player who played in that World Cup, not gonna lie. I generally couldn't. I would even say Tim Howard is more popular than Christian Pulisic. I would say Tim Howard's even more popular. And yes, he's a host of the World Cup. I would presume because he's paid shitloads of money to be able to get that. Because that's what countries do. Before Pulisic come to Chelsea, I didn't know who he was, to be fair. Chelsea just signed him and I was like, oh, this American guy from like fucking Dortmund or wherever he signed from. I think it has went too far, but I think the best example there is John Cena. I think you can't get a better example. I really don't think you can. If you can, I'll be impressed. If you can get a better example than John Cena for being like a superstar worldwide, fair enough. I'll give you money. I will pay you to find a better example. You probably will, because there'll be a singer, won't there? There'll be some singer. Like Adele or something. I know that Adele's got to be worldwide known, surely. She won't just be known in England for being, like, big. It's even a thing, like, I don't know, big films, like James Bond, right? Huge film worldwide. The main James Bond person, and I can't even name him, right? I just know his face. I know his face. I forgot the name. But he's British, right? You'll know who I'm on about. You probably, I mean, I'm probably stupid for not knowing his name. You just probably do know his name. I swear it's like Craig. Yeah, Daniel Craig, that's it. I knew it was Craig something. But yet again, I didn't know that name off the top of my head. I just knew his face. I know he's British, and he played James Bond, which is like a really fucking popular like series of films. Really popular. I don't fucking like James Bond. I've got the game wishlisted on PlayStation. I don't like James Bond. I have the game wishlisted. Now that's not Daniel Craig. It is probably based off him. I have the game fucking wishlisted, right? That's the effect that someone like that has on you. Not fucking Oscar. A random footballer who was not even that good from Brazil. Do you know where I'm coming from? Yeah? Like, he just generally wasn't even that fucking good. Let's not lie. He was sort of like a streets will not forget player when he was at Chelsea. Then he went to China, and we kind of just forgot about him. And like I said, unless you're sort of really into football, or even just a bit into football, you probably don't know who he is, realistically, do you? Kim Kardashian's a superstar. Yeah, because of the Kardashian name. That's why she's famous. The Kardashian name. I swear she's also got her own brand, hasn't she? Skims, which is massively popular with women. But yet again, it's not popular with men. Like, Skims doesn't appeal to me. It appeals to women. And, what would have massively helped that, I know she was still famous before this. Kanye West. She was still famous before that. Yeah. Sherlock Holmes. See, I don't know about that one. I mean, we know, and the whole saying of, like, no shit Sherlock. Big saying in England, by the way. Don't know if it's a big saying elsewhere, but I love saying no shit Sherlock. I suppose, yeah, that's had a massive effect. Because it's literally, like, part of a fucking phrase now. But Sherlock Holmes itself, I've never watched Sherlock Holmes. I know it's like a TV series, but I've never watched it. I don't really want to watch it. I just know it's a thing, and I'm guessing it's stuff to do with detectives because of the saying, no shit Sherlock. It's where something's so obvious, and then you go, oh, no shit. But that's the thing. I've even took the Sherlock bit out of it. I'll just say, oh, no shit. I'll just usually say that now. It's easier to say. Oh, no shit. Like, if someone went, oh, fucking, I don't know. If someone went, Sandro Tonali's a world-class footballer. No shit, really. Couldn't have guessed. He's just a good player. Do you know where I'm coming from there? But that originates from the no shit Sherlock. Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock, whatever the fuck it was before Sherlock Holmes, if it was anything. Kourtney Kardashian. See, the difference there is, I don't even know who Kourtney Kardashian is. I mean, I'm guessing it's the mother or sister of Kim Kardashian. But I haven't got a fucking clue. I know who Kim is, and that's about it. I don't know any other Kardashians. Who the fuck's Kourtney Kardashian? Genuinely, hold my hands up here, if I wasn't playing FIFA. That's the first time I've heard the name Kourtney Kardashian. I literally only know Kim Kardashian. Right? Who the fuck's... I'm guessing it's her sister or mother. But I haven't got a fucking Scooby-Doo outside of that. Not to be biased or anything, but we were the biggest, most loved Streets Won't Forget team. I suppose. Who was that blonde black guy? I think he was a striker for you, Hugh. Because I know him. He had blonde hair. I don't know if that was like permanent. But he had blonde hair. Striker for Wigan. Years ago. So you will know his name. I presume. If you're being a Wigan fan. Jimmy Carrey is an actor. Yeah, I suppose. She just loads skims. She was famous for decades. Kone, I think that's it. Kone. Yeah, there's Kylie Jenner on there. What do you mean check my search history? Well, I know who Kylie Jenner is, yeah. Do you know why I know who Kylie Jenner is, though? Because she was with Travis Scott. And I listen to Travis Scott's music. And that's the only reason I know who Kylie Jenner is. I'm not saying I didn't know Kim Kardashian had sisters, but I'm not going to lie to you. I've got a fucking clue who Kourtney Kardashian is. I'm now guessing it is her sister. I didn't know who Kourtney Kardashian was. I know who Kylie Jenner is. I know who Kim Kardashian is. Who was the... It was either a bloke or a woman. I don't know what they were. Who went into I'm a Celebrity. It was part of the Kardashians. Fuck off, CD every time for that. He won the number 2. I cannot remember him using the I cannot remember him wearing the number 2. Bruce Jenner, there you go. But I only know this Bruce Jenner because the one I'm a Celebrity, which is quite a popular, famous thing, not so much anymore, but it was quite a popular, famous thing in England. But I only know Bruce Jenner because of that. I didn't know what the fuck they were or what they'd done before I'm a Celebrity. I just heard Jenner, or it was Kardashian, and I was like, oh, fucking hell. You know, quite a famous person is on I'm a Celebrity, which is the point with it being called I'm a Celebrity. But yet again, so if I was to say, can you name who's been in I'm a Celebrity, with you being American, you're probably not going to know. But if you said to someone from England, could you name past people in I'm a Celebrity, they're probably going to know. So a lot of it's just English people who we class as celebrities, but from England. Like, I'd be surprised if you knew this where you're being American. Who's Vicky Patterson, right? Pretty, I would say, well known in England. If you're from England, you probably know who Vicky Patterson is. Now, I'm going to guess Aidan, Hugh know who Vicky Patterson is. Probably for the wrong reasons, sadly. But she was on I'm a Celebrity. Also from Newcastle. Part of the reason I know who she is. Oh, ciao, mate. Keep it down, will you? I think we ought to pay 500k. Fucking hell. So that's what I mean. So, but like, I didn't know who this Bruce Caitlyn Jenner person was before I'm a Celebrity. But of course, they're well known outside of like England. I'm guessing it's Kim Kardashian's dad or mother, whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? See, Hugh knows who Vicky Patterson is, and you actually know who she is. But yeah, it's like, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this, but it's a lot of it is just like where someone's from, in a way. Like with you being American, of course of course Pulisic's probably going to be massive in America. I'm guessing he's probably not even that big outside of like people who know what football is. Like, realistically. Say for your average like NFL fan. Like, take NFL... Well, I wouldn't say average. Right, take NFL really serious. Like, literal life or death. And they obviously don't like football, for instance. Are they really going to know who Pulisic is? They might know the name. I don't know. It's... We could go on forever. But I still think, to this day, to this minute, to this hour, the John Cena thing is literally spot on. It just explains it so well. You could not give two fucks about wrestling, right? And I'm guessing you still most likely know the name John Cena. You might not even know that he's a wrestler. But you've probably heard John Cena in some text somewhere online, or someone, you might have overheard someone talking about John Cena. Even if you don't know what he is, or what he done, or what he still does. I don't even know if he's retired or not. Do you know what I mean? That right there is a superstar. That right there is like a really famous person, for instance. Oscar, Paul Pogba, I wouldn't really say are really famous. They're famous inside of the world of football. I wouldn't even go as far as saying Oscar is that famous in the world of football. I know Pogba is, definitely. And a lot of it's Pogba for the wrong reasons. Because he's never, you know, he'd done alright at Manchester United, but sort of, he was so hyped as a young lad at Juve. Definitely hasn't lived up to that, has he? And obviously, and now he's fucking being caught doing drugs. He's obviously back in football now, playing for Monaco. Has he even played yet for Monaco? And his name is John Cena. There you go. Like, we know sayings like this. Do you know what I mean? The best way I think you can get around this is just go up to random people and ask them, do you know who Oscar is? Oh, I used to go into school. Because it's such a popular name as well. If you said his full Brazilian name, and fucking how many people from Brazil are really going to know that? We only know him as Oscar. It's like Joe Linton. We only say Joe Linton. I know you. I know Joe Linton. His full name, with it being Brazilian, he's got like fucking 5 of them. I don't know. But we just know him as Joe Linton. Oscar's different, because Oscar's quite a popular name in Britain. There's a lot. I know people called Oscar. So if I went up to me mum and said, oh, do you know Oscar? She'll be like, oh yeah, that lad you used to talk to. No, I'm on about the footballer. The Brazilian footballer. Oh, I don't know who that is. And like I said, she'll know the really famous footballer. She knows who Haaland is. And that's more recently he's become famous. She'll know all the old footballers. Bobby Charlton, Bobby Moore, Gary Lineker, for instance. Gary Lineker, I mean, I fucking despise the bloke, but Gary Lineker's a good example. Fucking advertisement for Walkers. Big sort of model in the BBC, although I think they've dropped him. Done a lot outside of his footballing career. Was also a decent footballer. Well known for playing for England as well. He was one of the top scorers for England. Yeah, that's only 40 million people who know who Pulisic is, though. You do realise there's 8 billion people who live on the planet, so 40 million's really nothing at all, is it? It's just nothing at all. And I can guarantee it's probably not even 10% of Americans know who Pulisic is. But yet again, it's like, they won't fully know who Pulisic is. They won't go, oh yeah, that player for AC Milan. They might go, I've heard, wait, hold on. You know, like, the conversation will be, hold on, I've heard that name from somewhere. Christian Pulisic. And it might take them a while. But they'd eventually get there. But they're not going to go, plays for AC Milan on the wing. He's just not that player. He ain't that. People don't watch football, they all look at Messi and Ronaldo. That's just not true, though, is it? It's just not true. That just isn't true. And I don't live in America. You are American. I'm presuming you live in America. But that just isn't fucking true. It just isn't. You're telling me people literally, like, thingy this guy, like Messi and Ronaldo, just because he's from where you're from. That sums up Americans. I'll leave you with that. That just sums up Americans in my eyes. America written all over it. Okay, Vissa on the wing. There's no way. Just is no way. To be honest, there's more of a chance that you ask a random American to name at least 10 Oh, fucking hell. Commons went. An infamous... How many Americans know JLS are, seeing as they're a running joke that never broke? Well, there you go. So do you know who JLS are? I do. And I can guarantee you, even then, there's probably a lot of English people who haven't got a clue who JLS are. You can probably guess by the way you're saying it what they are and what they do. Or do you know who JLS are? You're sort of guessing that's more than one person. I know who they are. The music was very popular when I was growing up. I've just spoiled it there for the American guessing who they are. Serena Williams and Lady Gaga ones. Yeah, Lady Gaga, massively known worldwide, huge, has performed in so many different countries. Music's still played. I have Lady Gaga music in my fucking playlist, right? I have Lady Gaga music in my playlist. I'm a fucking 20-year-old kid. Technically man, but I act like a kid. From Newcastle upon Tyne in England. And I have Lady Gaga music in my playlist. Shit, you're not. Where are we? I've got to scroll quite a bit back, but it's here somewhere. Literally. Oh, you're not going to be able to see that. I'm going to have to actually write. So, you can see it's in my playlist. I've pressed on it. I have Lady Gaga music in my playlist. Yeah? That's how well known she is. Okay? Proper good fucking music artist. Even got this. Now, to be fair, the only reason I added this in my playlist, Poker Face, was because of the South Park episode with Cartman singing it. But still, you get the gist. Serena Williams is... Yeah, I mean, I know her name. And I know that she did play tennis, or still does. I'm certain on... Yeah, it is tennis, isn't it? But yet again, I've sort of had to slightly think about it. But I know how popular she is, yeah. Especially in America, she's like really fucking popular. But yeah, American music artists are literally the most popular worldwide. Like, all of my music pretty much is American artists. So like Lady Gaga, Mobb Deep, Kendrick Lamar. Rihanna, for instance, huge. Kesha, huge. But then there's some that aren't that big anymore, at least. Roddy Ricch sort of had that spell of TikTok music that was very popular a good few years ago. Beyonce. Now that's a huge name right there. Beyonce is big. But then you go into like English artists. Oh God, I'm looking for Steve Hawley. Pretty sure he is British. I'm guessing Steve Hawley's British. He sounds British. So Steve Hawley. Do you know who Steve Hawley is? With you being from America, you probably don't. But I'm going to predict a lot of English... I'm guessing Hugh knows who Steve Hawley is. Maybe's. Are you a girl from 2012? Yeah, I am. White girl music. Drake, obviously, like, ridiculously known fucking everywhere you go. You walk into shops in England, they're playing Drake. I'm trying to get more English people. I could just get a list of English artists and start looking through my playlist. The Cure. You might know who they are, being American. The Cure. I feel like they would have been pretty big worldwide. But it's like they are big in England because they're English. Vanilla Ice is 100% you forgot existed. Well, there you go. So you know the song. The Ice Ice Baby song. It's like you could name the song, you could sing the song, but the fucking artist, Vanilla Ice, I think that's, I'm guessing the artist name. I didn't know that was the artist name. Drake's Canadian. Yeah, he's Canadian. But you sort of put him in the category of American artists, rappers. I know they're not like us. And I'm guessing Americans don't like Canadians. I wouldn't either. I do like Drake, though. But yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, other names. You can... Also, yeah, white girl music. Some of the best music out there, right? You can't knock it. Lady Gaga, for instance. Kesha. Bangers back in the day. Say back in the day, literally like anything 10 plus years ago. We need that kind of music back. Most of it's shite nowadays. We need Kesha and Lady Gaga back. I think Lady Gaga still makes music, like, but it's probably terrible. We need to make bangers again. Bangers and mash. Fault order, that'll fucking do. So get yourself in the crowd, will you? Get yourself in the crowd. You legend. You know, if the Arctic Monkeys, Arcade Fire, I don't know who Arcade Fire are. I know Arctic Monkeys, I know Spice Girls, Adele. Is your Beyonce but not as cool? Fuck Beyonce. I have one Beyonce song on my playlist, to be fair, but fuck Beyonce, I don't like it. Amy Winehouse, yeah. Another decently big name. Thing is, it's hard to fucking name the nationalities of these people. I always forget Drake's Canadian. Because I think he just sounds American, and you sort of just presume that he's American. It was the same with Dua Lipa, wasn't it? It was the same with Dua Lipa before. Hadn't a clue that she's part Albanian and what was it, Serbian or something? I just presumed she was British because of her accent. I presumed she was from London. I didn't have a clue she had different fucking nationalities. It's hard with nationalities. Because I could just be like Pitbull. Is Pitbull actually American? Or is he like Mexican? Pitbull. Oh yeah, he is American, okay. Well, Armando Christian Perez. Sounds pretty Mexican to me. He was born in Miami, to be fair, though. There you go, though. Nationality, American-Cuban. So he's American, but there's Cuban in there as well. Robbie Williams is huge in the UK, but barely known in America. He's done videos trying to get people to recognise him, but no one does. Exactly. Yeah, like, Robbie Williams is... The guy, like, performs the fucking New Year's, like, thing. I don't think he does it every year, but I've definitely seen him do the New Year's thing on the telly before. And that's, like, that's big in England.
Have you got time for a few questions?
The Saturdays, fucking bangers. Proper bangers, yes. Kind of music we need back, I'm telling you. No one, not a single person out there can take the piss out of you for listening to music like that. The only music I can take the piss out of you for listening to is heavy metal. If you listen to heavy metal, you're just weird. You're an absolute freak of nature. You're just strange. You cannot like the sound of that. Any other music, though, I'll let you off. Unless it's something weird like yodeling music or something. That's just, yeah, that's strange. I think you need to be locked up. Heavy metal's on the verge, like, I think you're on the verge of needing to be locked up. Or put in a mental asylum, at least. One of the fucking two. I had, in my old workplace, these two lads who just blasted heavy metal and fuck me. I just couldn't work. It was impossible. The sound was just horrendous. But then, if I put, like, American rap music on, they'd think it's the worst thing they've ever heard. it's sort of a opinionated thing. It's what you like the sound of. It's like food. Certain people like the taste of certain things. People don't like the taste of others. But heavy metal's not an exception. I don't accept it. I'm shocked you guys haven't said the Beatles or Oasis. I'd definitely say the Beatles are, like, the Beatles are fucking, they were, like, well known in America as well. Worldwide, the Beatles were huge. Oasis, on the other hand, I feel like are only really that big in Britain, surely. Surely Americans don't listen to fucking Wonderwall. I just can't, I can't see it. If they do, fair enough. But to me, I fucking hate Oasis, though. Liam Gallagher, I think, is an absolute prick. So I hate Oasis. Beatles aren't too bad. I'll give you that. But yet again, I can appreciate the Oasis are very popular. The only song I know... Yes! What about fucking absolute banger, Hugh, mate? I've literally got that song on my playlist as well. Not that I... You know when I say I've got these songs on my playlist, like Lady Gaga on that, I actually never really listen to it. I only listen to it when I'm having, like, parties and stuff. But I do have the Saturdays near somewhere. And I actually think that's the only Saturdays song I've got. Because it was an absolute tune back in the day. Yeah, it's actually, when I search up the Saturdays in my playlist, it's the only song that actually comes up. And it's got Sean Paul in it. Which I keep forgetting it's got him in it, actually. Yeah, banger. Tune. Haven't heard that in years. I don't listen to heavy metal, but I do listen to rock. Like, that's fine. I personally don't like that. I think Queen are massively overrated. I can appreciate how good they were, though. Well, still are, technically. Like, their music. Yeah, rock I can accept. My dad listens to a lot of rock. I like the Smiths. What does that class as? It won't be rock. I listen to a lot of the Smiths. In fact, I think the one of me most listened to... You wouldn't think it, considering the amount of rap I listen to. But yeah, I love the Smiths. If I go into Spotty stats, I haven't got it installed. But yeah, I'm guessing the Smiths are like my most listened to band. I don't know what category of music they fall into, to be honest. I can accept rock. Heavy metal, though, nah. I don't see the attraction to it. I don't. And yet again, some people might not see the attraction to mumble rap. But I do. Don't know why, I just do. I just like the sound of it. Does Aaron listen to Eminem? I don't. In fact, I don't like Eminem, you know. I don't like him. He's a bit of a prick, and I actually think he's a bit overrated. His music's just... I get it's part of rap. I understand, but he just makes too many things rhyme, and it just sounds like he's trying too hard. If that makes sense. AC/DC Thunderstorm was the most iconic guitar solo ever. I don't think I've heard that. I know who AC/DC are, though. Global success, really. Yeah, I was going to say, I think what would have helped that is having Sean Paul in it, I would presume. Shocked none of you mentioned Stormzy. I think that's because Stormzy had a pretty big sort of, like, prime in a way, like, years and years ago. But now no one really fucking cares. I just couldn't care less about Stormzy, really. I never listened to his music anyway, but I knew he was very popular years ago. But yet again, we still know the name. But it's only because of what he done years ago. I can't even remember the name of the song. It's the one where he's in like a park surrounded by people with a microphone. Shut Up, that's it. I think it's literally called Shut Up. And I couldn't name you another Stormzy song. But I know who he is. Vossi Bop was a club hit here. Jesus. Fucking hell, it wasn't even a club hit here. To be fair, the music in clubs here now is horrendous. I wish I was old enough to be in clubs when they had, like, the Saturdays and shit. Because, wow, the club scene would have been class. Like I'm saying, We need that music back. The Saturdays. Lady Gaga needs to release bangers. Kesha, some fucking just humongous tunes. I could even go as far as say Miley Cyrus has had some absolute fucking bangers in the past. We need that music back, please. That's when everyone was happy. Electric Light Orchestra. I feel like I've actually heard of them. Mr. Blue Sky. Yes, that's the song I know. See? I know that song. I remember when Big Shaq was popular. Oh, yes, Big Shaq. I'm sorry you had to listen to that, Ian. Very sorry you had to listen to that. Quick map. Yeah, see? People, like, know them sort of sayings and stuff, but, like, now we just don't really fucking care about them. Coldplay was the biggest thing to come to the UK since the Beatles. Come out of the UK. That is true, I'll give you that one. Like, Coldplay are huge. I'll give you that. Like, absolutely massive worldwide. Huge. My dad listens to Coldplay songs. I know, like, they're from England, he's from England, but still, it's just weird. Because my dad was born in the fucking... Well, 59. He was born in 1959. And he listens to Coldplay. So, you like, thinking, my dad's sort of music's like the Smiths, like 70s, 80s English music. He loves the Smiths. And that's sort of been passed down to me. But he even listens to Coldplay. Which is crazy, I think. But that's how popular they are. Hugely popular. America, they perform there. They perform in, like, Brazil and stuff like that. Yes, like 2012 to like 2016 music. There's even some stuff before 2012, like pop music. Wow. Wow. I just wish I was like 18 plus around that time. 2012, I would have been what? 8? I think I was 8. That's when GTA 5 came out, wasn't it? Or 2013. I was 8 or 9. Playing GTA 5, listening to fucking Kesha and Miley Cyrus and Lady Gaga and shit. Back when we're happy. What do I have now? What? Who's the popular artist now? Like pop artist? I know rappers. Popular pop artist now. It's like Taylor Swift and shit. No one cares. I fucking hate Taylor Swift. Ariana Grande had some absolute classics, and now she's just fucked in the head. Sorry to say that, but she's just a bit fucking loopy. I think the fame's got to her a bit. Jessie J. What a fucking name. Never liked that, but say I still know her. The most recognisable and famous people in bands in human history are Michael Jackson, the Beatles, Beethoven. I know who Beethoven is, but I couldn't name you a song. Whereas the Beatles and Michael Jackson, I can name you loads of songs. And probably sing them. Beethoven, I've heard the name. But I definitely couldn't name songs. Lady Hear Me Tonight. Exactly. Absolute classic. See, when... And that wasn't obviously made. When was that made? I'm guessing like 80s. When was that made? 2001. So it's not like that old, but still. So... I first ever heard that song in 2013 on the GTA 5 radio. But that's the kind of music we need back. It's a load of shit nowadays. There's no good pop music. I can listen to rap and I can listen to the old pop music and like 70s and 80s, like, I don't even know what you call it. Like, what's the Smiths? I listen to shitloads of the Smiths. What do they class as? They call me rock. The Smiths. Oh, it is. A rock band. Okay, I guess I listen to a lot of rock then. I didn't know the class as a rock band. But absolutely massive in the 70s and 80s. It says they were formed in 82, but I swear to God, they literally released music in the fucking 70s. Or apparently not, actually. I'm wrong. No, they released music in 82. Oh, 84, I think, is their first album, actually. Yeah, I think 84 is their first album. Fair enough. Fifth Symphony classical music. I don't know what Fifth Symphony is. I've probably heard it. Hold on, let's get it up. I've probably heard it. Like, I'm gonna get copyright now, but it doesn't matter. We don't get paid anyway. Fifth Symphony. Oh yeah, see, I've heard that. But like you say, like the name and stuff's just a bit. Yeah, everyone's heard that. It's not really a song. It's like more of like a sound effect, isn't it? That's how classical music is. But yeah, I know that. But I couldn't. That's the thing. I know that sound, such a fucking famous sound, but I didn't know it was called Fifth Symphony. Now I do. I'll probably forget that though. Most OG music superstars are fucked in the head nowadays. Side effect of trying to remain relevant. That is very true, Hugh. Very, very true. Tiny Tempter. Jesus, Hugh, yes. Tiny fucking Tempter. What a name. He's still can't be making music, surely. 4.8 million monthly listeners. That's not bad, you know. Yeah. Written in the Stars, Pass Out, Miami to Ibiza, Tune, Not Letting Go with Jess Glynn. Fucking despise Jess Glynn, but that was a banger. Yes. Labyrinth. That brings us on to Labyrinth. He made a few songs for Labyrinth. Another big English artist from America. You might not even know who Tiny Tempter and Labyrinth are. You might know who Tiny Tempter is. Earthquake, yes. Earthquake was an absolute tune. I can give you that. A banger. Yeah, see. It just... I think the be-all end-alls, like... A lot of it can just depend where you're from. Like... Fucking you gone up to someone in Cambodia and say, do you know who Labyrinth is? They're not going to have a clue of it. Like, you're just not going to know. If you're from England, even then, if I ask me mum, she's not going to know who Labyrinth is. She'd probably know who Tiny Tempter is, because I used to blast Written in the Stars when I was playing football outside, because I thought I was in, like, a Ronaldo edit. That's literally what I used to do. So she probably knows who Tiny Tempter is because of that. Labyrinth, she won't have a clue, though. I don't think it was as popular. If you go up to Cambodia and name an American superstar, they would know. So if I went to Cambodia and said, you know who Christian Pulisic is, you're expecting all of them to know. I don't think they would. Because you're saying Pulisic's an American superstar. Whereas if you name LeBron James, yeah, they're going to know who he is. Everyone knows him. Michael Jordan, yeah. Tom Brady... borderline. I think Labyrinth... Well, to be fair, he has made songs for, like, Sia and stuff, hasn't he? Labyrinth. Has he? 20 million monthly listeners, Labyrinth. Fucking hell. He's a lot more popular than Tiny Tempter. Yeah, he made Genius with Sia and Diplo. Oh, I think or two American. I don't think Diplo's American. I know Sia's American, isn't she? I did not know he was still this popular. Mate, he literally still makes music. Jesus. Fair dues. I literally think Labyrinth is more popular now than he's ever been. It's got to be mostly outside of England, though. Has to be. But anyway, on that note, we're going to end today's stream there. We're not going to play anymore. It is half midnight. Yeah, good chat. Very good chat. I love when the streams get like this. It's great to have a debate. It's great to have different opinions, unless you listen to heavy metal. That's not an opinion. That's just stupidity. I'm not going to allow it. But apart from that, enjoy whatever music you want. Classical, fucking if that's you, Yodeling and heavy metal, no. Never join my stream ever again. Probably lost a lot of subscribers saying that, but it is what it is. Calvin Harris, yes, there you go. American, isn't he? I presume. To be fair, I never knew until a good few years ago that Avicii was Swedish. So I'm guessing Calvin Harris could be something else, but I'm guessing he's American. Christian Pulisic, the LeBron, he just isn't. I still will not accept that. I will never accept that. But you're American, I suppose. So what can I say? He's Scott. Fuck off. Fuck off. Hold on, I was about to end the stream. Fuck off. You are joking. How have I literally just found this out? Eh? I'm not even shitting you. Calvin Harris is Scottish. There's no way. Fuck me. He was born in a place that's only an hour and 50 minutes away from me. Dumfries. You can't even say it that well. An hour and 51 minutes away from Newcastle. I had no clue that Calvin Harris is from there. I'm guessing he lives in America now, obviously. But I did not know where he was from. There's just no way that's real. Jesus. I honestly didn't know that. Am I stupid? Yeah, I always thought he was American. I presumed he was American because of how popular he was. And he's made music with some big names. Like Rihanna, Taylor Swift, even though I despise her. He's made music with all these people. Oh wait, he was literally with Taylor Swift. I didn't even know that. How many fucking men has she been with, by the way? Jesus. She's a great role model, isn't she? Yeah, that's actually blowing my mind too, I'm not gonna lie. What the fuck? I did not know... I may sound stupid for saying that, but I did not know he was Scottish, of all things. It's because you don't hear him. I swear you just don't... Because he's a DJ, isn't he? You don't hear Calvin Harris. You just hear the person who's, like, singing the song. You only hear... The beat is Calvin Harris doing the beat. I swear I've never actually heard him. If I did, I would probably know he's Scottish. Wow. Right, anyway, on that bombshell. Haha. You'll understand that outro. If you're from England, at least. On that bombshell, we're going to end today's stream. It's been great. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. We're back tomorrow around the same time, 9:30-ish, for a Friday night stream. Should be good fun. Continuing with the career mode. We're in for a long season. But yes, Turo, sayonara. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. I'll speak to all of you tomorrow. Goodbye. Great chat today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. America, shithole. England, up the British. Fuck America. We'll beat you in the World Cup if we play you.